Coming to get you, Barbara.
When there's no more room in hell.
We are live. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Say hi.
Hello.
How's everybody doing? Saturday night tonight for a live fan commentary of Knightriders. I've been in a Knightriders mood, so I figured now was the time. And it's honestly one of those movies I haven't covered a whole lot for one reason or another, and it's actually one I haven't watched in quite some time. So this will be the first time I've actually watched it in quite a few months. So when I say quite some time, it means months for me when it comes to like Romero stuff. But we got a full house tonight to watch this. A lot of regulars. We've got a new face here to my... No, this way. There we go. I forget the camera angles, but right over here to my side.
To my side.
There you go. To in this corner over here, the red corner. Cyan, what's going on, Cyan? How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I did think this was tomorrow though.
Yeah, well, see, it's funny because I sent you that. So we were corresponding through email earlier this week, and I had a whole email text typed out, and I swear to God, I hit send, and then like through the week, I kept looking to see if you responded. I was like, I don't know if she's gonna make it or not.
Right.
And she never responded. And then tonight, as I was going to send you the link to join, I noticed that I had never sent. It was still in the draft section, and I was just like, oh shit. So I sent that, and then sent one immediately afterwards, and I was like, hey, sorry about that. So I'm glad you were able to make it. Hope I didn't put you out too much, but you're joining us. You're a big Knightriders fan. You are, you've actually.
Yes, I'm a huge Knightriders fan.
Yeah, you've actually kind of lived the Knightriders lifestyle for a while there, right?
Yeah, technically, but with horses instead of motorcycle. I mean, we did try my brother and I. That is so much harder than it looks. But yeah, essentially, I did the Renaissance Fair circuit for about 5 years, and there was, I think, 1 or 2 years that Tasso was at my fair, and we ran in different circles, but I ended up hanging out more with a family member of his who was a member of a club that I was on the peripheral of. Essentially, I was the person that was only invited because they brought food. So I don't know if I'm actually a member of the club or not, or if
everybody has to have their
people
gimmick.
that bring food.
Yeah.
Bring food.
You always invite the people that bring food to the party. So
yeah.
So you got to do what you got to do. But thanks for coming on. It'd be cool watching the movie with you and hearing some of your stories and some of your experiences. Running with the group. Go ahead.
Yeah, that might be its own separate little thing. But yeah, I got some fun, amusing stories.
Okay, well, looking forward to that. And then I'm
sure if you got in contact with Tasso, he might be willing to do one of these, possibly.
Yeah, I would love to talk to Tasso. I've only met Tasso once. It was very briefly. Outside of that, I've never actually talked to him or know much about him. But I know he's been doing this for quite some time, for many years now. So.
He was on the cover of or on the author picture for one of my. So I don't know how well you can see it. My webcam kind of sucks, but that was taken.
What year was that?
14 years ago.
14 years ago.
And what is that? What is that? What is that?
Yeah,
the
that
cover
would have
of?
been.
Is that one of your books?
That's cover of one of my books.
Cool. Okay.
So,
I forgot.
I'm actually
you're an
holding
author.
copies of my second book in the photo. Yeah,
That's cool.
Actually, I wrote a book. If he doesn't remember me, all you have to say is she's the one that wrote the book about your coworker, and he'll know exactly who I am.
What?
I wrote a book about one of his coworkers. It was supposed to be a joke.
That's a hell of a joke. That's a hell of a joke. You went. It's like I'm gonna write this as a joke, and then you're I'm just gonna publish this novel about this dude. Whatever.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna cancel it and burn what I have left.
So is it an expose?
No, but I had editors who were going and changing things, and we were on such a deadline. I never got to check the edits, and that's like the biggest mistake. Like always check your editor's work. Always check your work.
Right.
I was
Oh,
stupid.
okay.
I was young and in my 20s, so I was stupid.
Well, hey, at least you wrote a book. I've never written a book before, so hats off to you on that one.
Yeah,
At least you got it
I've
done.
written a
That's the
couple, they're
important thing.
crap. Yeah. my
Oh, don't
fanfic
be too
is
hard
crap.
on you. But yeah, sitting over here next to me, over here on this side, our returning champion, the Stephen Ustrach Jr.'s favorite guest of the show.
Yeah.
Hi, Steven. I see you just came on there.
We got Michelle Parsons with us, all the way from Nova Scotia, up in the Great White North.
Nova Scotia.
How are you, Michelle? No, are you on? You're on call actually.
I'm
so
on
you
call.
might,
Don't even say it too loud
right.
because I don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood. I'm not a little stitious. I'm superstitious. So, Andy
well, we won't
knows.
mention-
Don't you dare
No,
mention
no.
that Q word, or I will come right
never
over
again.
to California.
Yeah.
Q word. What's the Q word?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it.
No, don't do it, or I won't be here for much longer.
Now I'm curious. I got to know what you're talking about. Well, I guess you
It's
can't
just-
say it because
It's this.
No, it's the opposite of a lot of things. It's the opposite of noisy. That's all I
Oh,
gotta say.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If you say that word, you fuck over all the X-ray techs who are on call, or CT
okay.
techs in my case.
It's the same as this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or ER too.
Yeah. Exactly. And
Right
it's a full
on.
moon, so let's, for the love of
It
Christ,
is.
don't say a word.
But look,
Dude,
if you
people
do,
are-
if you do get a call, just
If you do,
just
yeah.
it can wait. It's not that
Oh,
big. Of a
yeah.
deal.
Oh,
It's
stroke. Sorry.
It's
not
like
as
the-
important as watching Knightriders, right?
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
more
come
important
on.
than somebody's
Yeah.
fucking life. I'm just saying.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. This is
They'll be fine.
This is my life, right?
See, if they were at home watching Knightriders right now, they'd be fine. See,
That is true.
So it's a lesson learned. But thank you for coming back on. It's always a pleasure to
Thank-
have you.
Thanks for inviting me. I
Uh,
love Knightriders.
down. All right, I'm just gonna say fuck it. We're just gonna go this whatever which way. Down there in the corner, Matt Landrum. What's going on, brother? Drone of the
Hey, how's
Dead
it-
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check it out. He's been doing some cool
Yeah.
shit.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, how are you, man? How are you been?
Dude, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm super stoked. Like I'm ready to kick back a couple Iron Cities and fucking dive into Nights on Hot Stoves with you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So,
I was very close to making the fucking thumbnail Nights on Hot Stoves fan commentary, but I figured like nobody would know what the fuck I was even talking about. But it's a
So,
real
you know,
inside thing.
you and I have been, I guess we've been watching the same shit on eBay. And as soon as I saw that poster, I'd been watching the same poster on eBay.
Mhm.
And as soon as I got off that live stream, like I went and had to buy it. So I got the same fucking poster on the way. So,
Very cool. Very cool.
A German
I got I got that the other day.
Yeah.
You can see that
Fuck
there in
you.
the back.
That too.
that was mine.
I've
That
got
was
that
mine,
shit.
dude.
Let me
But
full
it's yours
screen here.
signed. Wait.
There you
it's-
go.
Never mind. It's my DVD case.
It's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Original.
Art,
Yeah,
one
art by
sheet.
Boris Vallejo, right? It's not
Yeah.
Boris Vallejo's. Yeah, guy's amazing.
Yeah.
That shit.
I thought about
That should
putting a
have been
bid
hay.
in on the actual artwork, but it's
Oh,
it's
dude.
only like $1 million right now. So
Well, but did you not get the offer for 500,000? I mean, come on, dude, that's a steal.
That's
I
half
didn't get-
price.
I didn't get that offer. I might have taken it.
I did.
I forget who has that. I remember Larry telling me about who had it, and I can't remember who
Oh,
actually
shit.
has that, but somebody has it, and then they're looking for $1 million for it, the actual original painting. So
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to shell out that kind of money for it, but we'll see. Unless Tarantino or somebody like that gets a wild hair up their ass, I don't know. But I think it'll be sitting there
I
for
don't know.
quite some time.
I mean, did,
But
it,
yeah.
did the film even have $1 million budget?
Yeah. I think Knightriders was about three,
Uh,
2.5, 3. I think.
Was it?
I think so. It was about the same as Day of the Dead, I believe. I could be mistaken, but I want to say it's around 2.5, 3 million for Knightriders. I could be wrong about that, but that sounds right to me if I remember correctly. But
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, Matt, we've been actually. I got something the other day. I want to show off here and just say I thought that was pretty cool, and I think you got the same thing.
I wonder if it's the same thing I've got here.
Yeah, it
We'll
looks
show
like
them
it.
off together. How about that? Yeah.
Okay,
Show and tell.
looks
Show
like
and tell.
But yeah, I've been in a mood lately. I don't know. There's just been some things on eBay that I'm just kind of like, I kind of want that, and I just kind of pulled the trigger. So I was like, fuck it.
Dude, I've been doing the same thing with the promo 8x10s and shit. I don't know what it is. I've got a couple of those I can show too, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
definitely
Here
show
lately,
those
I've
off.
just been, I've been in the same mood, man.
Yeah, I love those promo 8x10s. I have a bunch
I
of
got
those.
some of the 8x10 promos. So do I.
Let's see here.
Like above my head.
All right, I think we're good. I think I'm lagging a little bit there, but all right. Down below me, one of the OGs of the channel, Mr. Will Phelps. What's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us. How have you been, man?
Pretty good. Just slaving away at the good old SSA, you know.
The SSA, the Social Security Administration.
Yeah.
That's that'd be a
Is
good
that a
song
John Cougar
title.
Mellencamp song? Is it a,
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a Springsteen song or something, you know.
yeah. RCK in the USA.
How are you liking Murray? Are you adjusting to Murray? very well, or-
Yeah. It's super duper boring.
Yeah.
So I have to go to Paducah to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I've been there. Lived a couple of years down in Murray, so I haven't been back since I moved. I've always wanted to go back because I have friends of mine, people that have worked there. And now that you live there, I'm just like, shit, I need to make a trip and visit the old homestead, the where Everly was born. I got to take her back to the homeland.
Yeah.
The
ancestral homestead.
Right. All right, and then right next to Will, Mr. Synthetic. What's going on, man? How are you?
Oh,
Yep, that's you.
How's it going?
Coming to us live from a television studio. It looks like a '70s television studio. What is that? Just a big curtain?
This is the Black Lodge. I'm going to speak backwards shortly.
Ah.
So, yeah.
That'd be cool if you could really.
I'm only this tall. I'm only,
Yeah.
We have a dancing midget at some point. It'll be cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah. So see what we got in the chat. We got John in the chat. What's going on, John?
Hey, man.
Good to see you, my
The
man.
legend. The myth.
Hey, John.
John actually the other day, I don't know if you guys saw it, actually found Carl Augenstein and actually had a phone conversation with Carl Augenstein.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody had heard from him or talked to him in years and years. He just kind of disappeared, and then leave it to John to be like, "Hey, I just got off the phone with Carl Augenstein." I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, apparently he's how old is he now? Like 80, I think, is what John says. He's about 80 years old.
He's up there. I thought it was cool that he was like, hey, if he wanted me to specifically say hello to these people, if anybody wants to, and then like all these people from the movies were commenting, send him my number, tell him to call me.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, almost
cool, man.
immediately, I saw Tony Booba pop up and was just like, "Hey, give me his number," But yeah, that's really cool. I'd love to hear. I'd love to get him on the record at some point and just hear, because we haven't heard anything since. We haven't heard anything from him since like Document of the Dead. Like, and I quote him from Document of the Dead all the time. Like, where he's just like, I feel like 1,000 pounds was lifted off my head. I think about that. I say that all the time when I'm at work. Like, I fix something at work. I'm like, I feel like 1,000 pounds was lifted off my head, man.
Well, think how much work he had to put those cinematic lights in the Dawn Mall there. I mean, what a work that was, just to change all the lights out so it films properly. What a nightmare.
Yeah, that was like one of the big points of that documentary was hearing him talk about having to light the mall and how the fuck are we going to light this mall, and it's just like all this glass and hot spots and reflections and
Exactly.
But then there's also the story about from Document of the Dead where he was the only one that participated in that documentary that demanded to be paid. That was always the story. So, but I think he only got like $50 or something like that. But he was just like, I got to be paid for this. But yeah, I'd love to hear his take and his stories on stuff, because he worked, on Dawn of the Dead. He worked on Knightriders. He was effects. I think he worked on effects as well. So he had a period there, and then he just kind of disappeared, went off and into the ether. So it's cool that he's kind of popped up again. So hats off to John for tracking him down. That's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Before I forget, you were talking about the Knightriders price and stuff. You saw this post about the 28 Days Later VHS that's like $25,000.
Yeah,
I saw that.
What? What the fuck is that?
Unopened, and mint
Professionally
cares?
graded, yeah.
I mean, good lord, $25,000.
If you're a big fan, you're a big fan.
I guess, man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
but
there are
shit.
I
people.
mean, you
out
see
there.
sports stuff going for the same kind of bullshit prices. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, there was a period there where that Blu-ray,
Cattail.
that old, hi cat ass.
Oh,
Cinnamon will always put her ass in everybody's face.
a pencil sharpener. Is that the-
Does that work?
It just
I
might.
don't think so. Don't try it. Don't try it, Mike.
Well, it'll turn around and sharpen it for you, right?
But I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. But just about Carl Augenstein, I think I was gonna say something about.
They're gonna get him at a con now.
I don't know. I don't know if that'd be something he would be interested in. I don't know if Vulo brought that up, but I did hear Vulo. Vulo told me that he did have some stuff that he might be looking to sell at some point that Carl Augustine has kept from all these years. So might keep an eye out for some of that. So, and John kind of told me a couple of the things. I was like, dude, that's pretty fucking cool. Like dibs, like shoot me a price, like. So yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. I would love to get him at a convention. I'd love to get him to come to a Living Dead weekend, but I'm not sure how his health is doing or where he's actually located at now, or if that'd even be something he'd be interested in. But I think he'd be kind of blown away by how popular and
He'd make a lot of money.
oh yeah.
And if he shows up in that cap from the documentary, holy shit, right?
That'd be fucking rad.
Oh, that was awesome.
Well, word on the street is he does still have that hat. So
I heard that too. That's cool.
so
Heck yeah.
that's possible. Well, let's see. We also got Todd Bond is in the house. One of my favorite non-dead Romero films. Yeah, I think that's definitely one of my top 5 Romero films. I think Michelle, it's your second favorite Romero film, I believe.
Knightriders? Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Knightriders.
It is.
Second favorite. I think it's one that like, and we can talk about it when we start the movie, but like, it's one that it took me forever to actually sit down and watch for the first time because I was just always like, it's not a horror movie. It's some like nobody ever talks about it. Like it's some whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like we'll talk about our first time or how we discovered it. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about how you first discovered it.
Like my dad would show it to me, and he always pointed out that he served with Tom Savini. So, but the thing is, I didn't see the actual ending of the movie until I was like in my 20s. Like as soon as he left the camp, my dad turn on, say, "Okay, that's it, movie's over," and turn it off. So I didn't actually see the ending until I was in my mid-20s.
Wow.
And I saw it with my brother, and it was just like I was absolutely gutted, like because like I grew up with this movie and for that long, and it had been like 10 years since I watched. Like last time I had watched, and my dad always turned it off early. So
that's kind of how it was. For,
that
like,
was probably the
Terminator
biggest shock
2
for me.
That's how it was for like Terminator 2 for me. Is when I remember when I was little, my parents recorded it because they played it on CBS, Fox, something like that. And my parents recorded it off TV, but the recording stops like halfway through the film, like like as they're leaving the sanitarium or whatever, it cuts off. So like growing up, like that's all I ever saw of Terminator 2. So I thought that's how the movie ended. And then I finally watched the rest, and like you see the Terminator, Schwarzenegger die and all that, and I'm just like, wow. So yeah, that's actually like very similar to my experience with T2. Funny enough.
And it was just like a wave at that point.
We got Stezio
Yeah,
DiCardi
I just
is in the
remember
house. What's up, man?
Like
Hi,
right
all.
before seeing the seeing the horse before the ending, I got so excited because I recognized it. And yeah, so that's
you're lagging
it was
a little bit.
lot of emotion. My brother watched me go through.
Can you hear me?
My internet's crap, I guess. Yes, I can hear you guys pretty well. Am I just cutting in and out?
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out, and I think there's a little bit of a lag there. You're fine. If you want, can you hop out of the room and jump back in real quick, and it'll kind of.
Or if you kill your camera, it will save your bandwidth.
Oh,
Not that you want to kill the camera,
yeah,
but it will help with your bandwidth.
For a minute.
Same thing happened to me when my last time too. I was like, all
there we go.
Choppy. Hopefully this time it's not so bad.
But
yeah, you're actually coming in pretty good tonight.
Yeah,
Michelle.
my
I'm pretty
brother watched me
impressed.
go through a
I'm sitting next to the router. That's why.
Brilliant, perfect. Let me hit this chat real quick. We got Stezio's in the house. Says hi all. I'm actually home for this one. Great film with lots of Romero regulars. Yeah, that's a big thing. Like Knightriders always to me felt like a Romero reunion of all of every like that whole generation there. You got early Pilato and early Anthony DeLeo, and then you go back to like the Crazies, and there's Harold Wayne Jones, and it's just like all these people in this one movie. But it's such a big cast, and there's so many. Just so many characters in this movie that it totally makes sense that Romero would just go back and say, "Hey, everybody, I'm making this movie. I need everybody here, as many people as I can get."
Yeah.
It's the old "we're putting on a show" idea,
Right? Yeah.
Everyone together.
Speaking of the man, so I know you wouldn't miss this one. Stephen Newstrack Jr. What's up, man? Howdy, campers. He says, "Howdy, Stephen. How are you?" We got Brandon Salisbury. Wow. Stacked House. What's going on, man? Try to get you on here, but I guess you're working tonight, so hopefully you're listening along. But I know Knightriders is Brandon's favorite Romero film, so.
Nice.
And
Now,
says, some of my favorite people. How about
was
that?
Brandon wasn't somebody supposed to be making Knightriders too? Was Brandon involved in that at all?
I don't know. That's a good question. George Dimick is behind making that.
I think George Romero considers Riders on the Purple Sage the sequel to Knightriders.
Yeah, but there was a few years ago. There was there was even like a trailer. Remember, there was like a Knightriders 2 trailer, and for some reason I have it in my mind that Brandon was involved in that, but maybe not.
I don't know.
No.
Brandon, if you're in here, man, let us know. But yeah, I think George Dimick was behind that. I remember he had that at his table at Living Dead weekend. He had the trailer rolling. Let me see here. John says it was a joint effort with Brian Rose. Okay, we're working on someone else, but I don't want to give it away if it falls through. Very cool. Yeah, Brian Rose. He's the one that had that huge collection of behind the scenes, like Polaroids. From I think John Rice, or I think he had John Rice as well as Diane Donati from Dawn of the Dead. I think it's Brian Rose, correct, John? I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. Yeah. This chat's crawling with pussy tonight, Brandon.
Pussy galore. There's another one over there, but he's sleeping and he matches the couch. You'll never see him. Yeah.
John says everyone loved Augie, so there wasn't any bad blood. So it was really nice to get him hooked up with a few of his old friends. And yes, he turned 80 on Thursday. There you go. So
happy belated birthday!
It's great that he's still with us. Like that. That's just great news to hear in general. I'd love to hear. Like I said, I'd love to hear from him and kind of get his memories and recollections on things. And I wonder if he even. I've always kind of wondered, like with people like him, and like do they even realize or know the fan base that these movies have, and just the diehard fans of of Dawn of the Dead? Like, is he aware of this? Like, because who was it? Like another John found, Sharon Carroll. She had no idea that Night of the Living Dead had such a fan base. She was just like, I'm blown away. Like, I didn't know there were all these people that actually cared to even know who I was. I was like, it's pretty incredible.
I mean, I guess if you're not tapped into the community or pop culture, I guess you wouldn't know. Like, you really wouldn't, without somebody coming and telling you.
Yeah. I don't. Like I said, I don't know what he's been up to all these years, but John says I don't expect him to do any cons because he's not in good health, but I may be able to get him to sign some photos for October. I'm just waiting to hear from him. Okay, that would be cool. I'd love to just get a signature. I'd love to get him on my my Dawn poster, if nothing else. But let's see.
Sorry.
No, you're good. If you got to pop in now, that's totally cool.
Yeah, that's
John
my
says, I had my
$100
parents-
Spectrum internet for you.
Yeah, I got a $60 Spectrum internet, so that it probably explains a whole lot on my end too. I had my parents rent JFK when I was like 9, and they never let me see the second tape. There you go. They're like, first tape only. Brandon says Knightriders is like a Dawn reunion and Prelude to Day. Lots of great names in that one. They even got the blood-sucking lawyer from Jurassic Park. That's right.
He's an asshole in that.
Yeah.
Poor guy got typecast.
I wrote the
tidbits.
IMDb ghost for this movie.
You did? What did you say? You wrote the IMDb what now?
Oh, the
Can you hear me?
IMDb
Hello?
goofs.
Oh, okay.
Yes, hold on. Let me turn off my camera again. Yeah.
There's just like a lag
I
there.
wrote I wrote the goofs, the few goofs on the IMDb page like 10 years ago for Knightriders.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I've always wondered who puts up all that IMDb information and stuff.
Well, the lawyer guy also played a major character in Miami Vice TV show. If you ever watched that, he was a recurring character. So.
And Tasso was in that too, actually. Well, I think he was in the movie, maybe.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. John says
Played a
Knightriders has
sharpshooter.
one unique actor from Night through Dark Half. Almost also the most boobage in a Romero film. That's true too.
That's true.
Thank you, George, for the boobage. We needed that.
Yes. Thank you, Patty Coleman.
But it's tasteful boobage, you know. It's tasteful.
Sure.
Synth's chatting in here.
And
Got
tasty.
zombie historian. What's going on, brother? Says checking in from my safe house in Florida. Well, good to hear you're in your safe house and everything's going well for you down there, my man. Hope you're doing well.
I need a panic room.
For Murray, when the bomb comes for Murray.
Yep.
Brandon says my brother rented it back in the early 90s, scared the hell out of me. Then he realized they never gave him part 2. So for years, Pennywise still lived in my head. Yeah, that was one I remember seeing when I was a kid. He scared the shit out of me. Like I didn't want to take a bath for weeks because of that scene where he comes out of the drain, and I was like, eh.
Oh yeah.
Well, that movie, what's it called? Warriors? Is that what it's called? What was it called?
What?
The movie from last night, Michelle?
Oh, Weapons.
Weapons.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
movie was wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I quite
I
liked
heard.
it.
Yeah.
I was actually on the. I did a stream last night with the Revival House guys when we talked about Weapons because I went to see it last night, and as soon as I left the theater, I got home and jumped on with them. We talked about it. I liked it. I thought it was entertaining. There were definitely some huge plot holes and some things I didn't like about it, and some things that really didn't make much sense. But you know, outside of that, it was an enjoyable watch. It kept me guessing, and I was like, okay, this is kind of great. And the ending was, you know,
Is it one of the modern ones with too many
Badass
rapid
ending.
edits and stuff? Like
There's
ADD
just
editing?
there's no fucking way those kids could have survived all that.
Yeah, I heard something similar. I actually read the script on Reddit like a couple of months ago, and people were like, "Oh, this is the real script." And then when I saw a spoiler review, I matched it all up, and I was like, "Yeah, that was the fucking script." So I haven't even seen the movie, but I pretty much know already what happened. So
I didn't know anything about it when I went to see it. I just heard the guys,
Same.
the Revival House guys, were just like, "Hey, we're doing this. Do you want to join us? We're going to talk about the new movie Weapons. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you want to just come and hang out, bullshit." I was like, "Well, okay, yeah, I'll be there, but I'm going to go see the movie just so I can kind of be in on the conversation."
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Most of the time, I go to the movies, I leave, and I'm just kind of like, that was a waste of time. But I didn't think it was a perfect movie or anything, but it was enjoyable enough.
I didn't recognize Amy Madigan until her second scene, and I'm like, I know that voice. I know. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's Amy. I was like, oh my God, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was
liked her
super
in it.
stoked to see Amy Madigan in it because I think I immediately just go back to early '90s Dark Half, Uncle Buck, Field of
Yeah.
Dreams, like
yeah,
shit.
Same.
To me, Amy Madigan is like early '90s, and I feel like I haven't seen her in anything in years. And then she just pops up last night and is given this like wacky, like over the top, fucking crazy ass performance, and I'm just like, this is kind of fucking awesome. You would never
Yeah.
expect that from somebody like Amy Madigan.
She's in some with Ed Harris too, and I forgot which one it is.
Married to Ed Harris.
No, but she's in a movie with them too, somewhere along the line. I
A
thought.
new one.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
No, a while back.
Oh.
No,
So tying it in with Knightriders, Amy Madigan, Ed Harris is.
Yeah.
Are they still married? You guys have
Don't know.
I
years?
think so.
I think so. 'Cause, yeah, there was a story there with them. I can't remember what it was, but let me hit. John says sounds about right. Sounds right about Brian. He had Augie's number, but wasn't sure if it was actually him. My info, I knew it was him, but couldn't contact him. So our joint info helped each other out. There you go. Very cool. Yeah, I'm curious. Curious to see who the other one is that you have found. I'll look forward to that. Even if it falls through, if it falls through, you can just, let me know. I just want to know. Just out of curiosity. Brandon says George Dimick and a few of us filmed a 20-minute concept film. A lot of the original cast signed letters of intent to return, but rights seem to be with Amazon. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah. I thought Brandon was involved somehow.
Yeah. I wonder why the rights would be with Amazon. That's
I
interesting.
don't know.
And it's Taurus Entertainment, or whatever they're called now. I guess they still technically have the rights to that, I guess. Unless they've, I don't know, given it to Amazon to stream or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Hmm.
Stezio says, by the way, wanted to thank you for telling me about Season of the Witch and There's Always Vanilla. Hadn't seen them and now own both. Well, you're very welcome, sir.
Awesome.
And Will, you just watched There's Always Vanilla again here recently. What were
Well,
your
no, I
thoughts?
watched it. I watched There's Always Vanilla and Season of the Witch, like completely all the way through. I like Vanilla. Season of the Witch, love, hate. I don't know. I was just tortured all the way through it because I was just like, what the hell is going on?
I'm glad you're not watching the VHS because it was impossible to watch when I was younger.
Yeah, I was just like, I mean, I watched it, but man.
What was a tough? What was so tough about it? Like, what were the issues that you had with it?
I mean, it's just like it was just all over the place. It felt like.
Yeah, it's George's editing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But you like Vanilla, right? Did you say you like
Vanilla? Yeah, I did like that.
You're a good man.
It's a good transition. Me and Matt both got something off of eBay the other day. I haven't seen one of these before, I don't think. Mel the other day, had to get it because, like I said, I hadn't seen one before. Matt got one as well, and I got this is a original like press book for Hungry Wives, aka Season of the Witch, aka Jack's wife. Hungry Wives, and you open it up, and it's got all the stuff that you would get.
Wow.
You would send to the theaters for just distribution, and
I bet there's a case of those laying around in some old theater somewhere or something.
It's this terrible false advertising too. It's hilarious.
I know it looks like a sleazy like porno or something.
Well, that was sort of the point, right? Wasn't that it was kind of marketed that way, that it was sort of like an adult film. I mean, Norman England commented. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. I don't want to interrupt you.
No. I was saying Norman England commented on a post the other day about it, and he had some sort of ad or flyer where it was being advertised with a couple of other like Playboy films, like adult films in the 70s, like 73.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's just the way that it was marketed. It was marketed as like a softcore.
Well, I guess they couldn't.
Like a softcore porn.
Honestly, it was one of those movies that's kind of hard to market. I don't know if you guys can see the cast there. You got Ray Lane and Jan White and Joetta McClain. It's really cool, and it's got a little right up.
Ray Lane needs to keep his little thing in his pants.
He was kind of typecast. He was always the guy that was fucking all the ladies, wasn't he?
He was
he's a good looking dude back in the day, though.
He was getting all the coochie. I mean, he was getting it all.
Yeah, he was slinging that pipe.
And I love it's got little catch lines down here that I guess you could use for the advertisement. And it's like, Hungry Wives, they have nothing to lose. Hungry Wives, they'll try anything for diversion.
Diversion. They use that a lot in this.
Yeah. Overfed and underloved, Hungry Wives.
See, at least with marketing, like Herschel Gordon Lewis was a nudie filmmaker. When he went to horror and gore movies, he just went straight up. You just knew what you're going to get. He didn't like pretend it was nudie.
Yeah.
And this kind of weird. That was a weird period with this movie.
Well, they kind of did the same thing with There's Always Vanilla. Like when they made it The Affair. Like they kind of tried to sell it as like a softcore porn. Like, it's... I guess it's just one of those movies that's like, how do we market this? Because it's not really a horror film, but it's also, what is this? Like, how do we get people in the theater to see it?
It's just one way to piss off audiences, really. So.
Yeah, and then they, of course, did the re-release and with the title Season of the Witch after Dawn had come out, just to kind of, bank on the horror aspect of Season of the Witch because they used the song, the Donovan song in it. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought this was super cool. I'm glad I was able to snag one of these.
There's mine. I got the same one. Mine might be. I might have a little bit of a different hue on mine, but
I was gonna say yours looks a little.
It's a little lighter. I think mine's a little lighter. Some of the print is a little lighter. So, yeah.
Just something. I got something else coming in the mail at some point, but yeah. And you said you also do you want to show those 8x10s, Matt, real quick, since
Yeah,
we're on
I
the topic
will.
of Season of the Witch and there's always vanilla.
Yeah, so this was pretty cool. I found this on eBay a couple of weeks ago, and I watched it for a few minutes, and I just went ahead and had to pull the trigger on it. Like I said, I've been kind of getting into these little 8x10 promos and shit, but I found this Richard Ritchie 8x10, this little promo from Vanilla. Of course, it was marketed as The Affair, or that's how it was released. So I just thought that was cool. I thought that was a really cool little headshot, and
awesome. Love it.
I thought it was neat. Yeah. So,
and it's funny. It's like when you showed me that, I was like, dude, that has been on my watch list for like years now. And I'm just like, every time I see it, every time I would come across it, I would just say like, oh, I'll get it some other time. Like, who else is gonna buy this? Richard Ritchie 8x10. It's like nobody. And then it's like one day it's gone, and you're like, hey, look what I got. And I'm just like, hey, motherfucker.
Hey, fuck you for don't call me a motherfucker. If you want to trade this 8x10 for that poster behind you that was supposed to be mine, we can make a deal right now.
Well, I didn't know, but I mean, I couldn't. I had to put at least. I didn't. I wasn't planning on going hardcore for that poster. I was just like, I'll throw a bid on it, and I'll just if it goes over that, I'll just say goodbye, and I ended up winning it. So
yeah, it was. So when I first saw it, it was buy it now for $50, or you could start the bid. I think it was at 30 or whatever. And I should have just bought it for 50, but I was trying to.
You should have. I would have. I didn't even notice they had a buy it now option on that.
The amount of things I lost for not doing the buy it now, you always got to do buy it now. So.
Well, but nobody was watching it. You know what I mean? And I wasn't 100% sure that it was legitimate at first, so I just kind of put the starting bid or whatever.
That's the tricky thing, though. They are watching it. The smart people don't even put a marker in there. You just hover and wait.
You're right, and I know better. I know better, but it's whatever. So
because the people I'm watching it who want to actually hold on to it, they're just made the price go up. Mm-hmm. So just hover back, don't buy anything, and just wait and just jump in there.
Well, if I thought about increasing my bid, but I kept it where it was, and like I was watching it, and then I started watching it like 5 minutes till or something like that. And it's getting closer and closer. In like fucking 10 seconds, it gets sniped from me, and I was pissed, dude. I was so fucking mad. I was
so in the group chat. You're like, God damn! I just got sniped, and then
who's this motherfucker? Holy shit for me. And then Mike was like, "Whoa, sorry, dude." I
was like, "Hey."
He's like, "Oh, you mean this one? You talking about this one right here?"
Yeah, this one is fucking screenshotted it.
Well, I don't even want to hear it, Will. You did the same shit to me as I was live on this channel one night. I was bidding on that Night of the Living Dead media VHS, and I was on here. I was like, I gotta win this. I put in I was like, I gotta have this. And fucking, it was gone. And then like a couple of days later, you sent me a picture like, dude, look what I got. I'm like, you motherfucker. It's like, when did you get that? It was like, oh, I won it like Sunday night, I guess. And I was like, yeah, I was bidding on that too. But I'm glad. I'm honestly like, I'm just glad that somebody got it that I know, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's where it's at now. Like, okay, it's cool.
Exactly, and that's what I was telling you is that I'm so glad that it was you, and I know it's going to be in a good home, and it's not.
Yeah, I already got it framed and put up for the show.
Should have
it's in pretty good shape too.
It should have been right here. That's all I'm saying. But what's really cool though is right after that I found I guess it's like a style B where it's got the shield, I'm talking about, and the different images inside the shield. Mm-hmm. I think there's a US version of that, but I found a really good deal on an Australian version, which it's pretty much the exact same as the American version, but it's got the rating in the bottom, which is like, I can't remember what the Australian rating for adult content is or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's like NR or something like that. But anyway, it's on the way, so I'm happy with that. And then I think I've got the Knights on Hot Stoves German poster coming too. So I'm good, man. You one day I'll get the original US.
One day, yeah.
Yeah. So,
or you could always just go and get the original artwork. Just put a little money on that.
Dude, I don't have that kind of money. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sure there's some people out there that might, but I'm just saying. I wish I would. So.
But for those who aren't used to eBay, in my 25 plus years of doing eBay stuff, if you just find something you like, don't put damn bid in it all. Don't even let people know you're watching it, and they'll think there's no interest. And if they have a bid in there, they get complacent. They don't monitor it, and then at the last minute you jump in there, and it's usually yours.
Yeah, so. I know. I fucked up. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm glad.
You fucked up, and I was there to swoop in, baby.
Yeah. So, And I've got some more
Real good.
some 8x10 promos from Knightriders coming too, so I'm excited to get those. But I also found this. This is the Jan White and Bill Thurnhurst, right?
Yeah.
This guy, yeah. So I found this little promo for yeah.
And I love that because that's one of my favorite scenes. Just that whole opening. That's one of my favorite things Romero ever did.
Super cool, really artistic. I can't remember. I know he said something about he was probably inspired by some Italian filmmaker when he was writing and directing that scene. But yeah, I love that scene. So when I saw it, I had to jump on it. And like I was joking with you, you know, Stephanie's not a huge fan of this film, but I was kind of explaining this scene in the movie and what it meant, like sort of the dream and how it was relating to her life with the fucking tree, following behind her husband and getting swatted with and I was like, that's where, you know, that's where I got the idea of swatting her with the newspaper when she gets out of line. It's in this scene right there, you know?
I like that Ricci shot. He's got a lot of attitude in it. This is good.
Yeah. He was a cool dude, man. He was a cool dude. John says, I thought you thought Vanilla was a tough watch. Will, I'll try and smarten you up about Jack's wife at some point. There you go. Just sit down with John for a couple hours. He'll get you straightened out. Brandon says I had an agent do a chain of title on Knightriders. Copyright years ago went to MGM. That makes sense. And then copyright was transferred back in 2018. Shows it is at MGM Studios, Amazon. Okay. Well, I'd love at some point they got to find that original camera negative for it because Knightriders is one that desperately needs a 4K. I think at some point because I mean that would just look beautiful in 4K. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, thank goodness Rubenstein doesn't have his claws in that one, right? So. Yeah.
We wouldn't get shit.
You know, it was Rubenstein's younger brother that did the that one of the songs, and he's actually in Knightriders too.
Yeah. Donald Rubenstein, which I got the soundtrack back there as well. So
I've got it in my room.
And it's a masterpiece of a soundtrack. I love his work on Martin, but like Knightriders is like perfectly scored all the way through.
Oh yeah, it is 100%.
And it's
I got him to reply to a comment about his music. He posts his stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
soundtracks, and I made a nice comment because I love that soundtrack.
Yeah,
he made a nice comment back. It was cool. So
nice.
Yeah.
What's the song? I'd rather be a wanderer. The one these playing
the Wanderer. Yeah.
Such a beautiful song, man. And the way they tied that into the film. Well, we'll talk about it when we get rolling, I'm sure. But God damn, it's beautiful.
Let me hit these comments real quick. We'll go ahead and get rolling. We're 45 minutes into this fucking show already.
Ready?
That's usually the way it goes, man.
Now I can get more comfortable since I'm not on camera anymore.
There you go.
Well, hold on. I have lots of Knightrider stuff to show you now.
Yeah, anybody else got Knightrider shit they want to show? Might as well. I guess we can start the movie first.
I mean, I've got one of Tasso's shields. I mean, I'm not going to show so because my webcam is like,
oh wow,
it's screwy. But I have one of the shields from the year he was there. You were able to buy him, so I've got one of his shields.
That's cool. That's awesome. Well, hey,
that they actually
show it off if you want.
They had the helmets at the Garf table this year at LGW. That's cool.
Yeah.
I got to try one on actually. So.
Oh really? Yeah. Brett, what's going on, man? 1911 Guitar Dude. Hi, all, man. I want Ed Harris's 1981 Honda CBX 1050 almost as much as a 78 VW Scirocco. There you go.
Tom Savini has it, I believe. Tom Savini wound up with Ed Harris's bike. At least, if he didn't get the bike, I know he at least has the gas tank.
Yeah, I've always heard he has the gas tank. Yeah. Yeah, I always heard that Savini had the gas tank because there was a point when they were filming where Ed Harris just wasn't getting something right, and he just got pissed and just started punching the gas tank of his motorcycle and put a big ass dent in it.
Yep.
So yeah, I bet he still has that. There you go, Steven. Hungry wives, they'll swallow anything. I think that was actually in the book. Actually, I think if I remember correctly. We also got Rick the North going llamas in the house. What's going on, Rick? Glad you're able to make it. And John saying Donald Rubenstein's Knightrider score is incredible. I was doing some DeWolf research because some of his Donald Rubenstein's DR scores, is that Donald Rubenstein? Cues aren't on the release, but Wanderer is just an incredible piece of music which elevates the film. I completely agree with that. And it's funny, he said, when he was writing that song, he was like, my inspiration, the only thing I wanted to do was write a great song.
Write a great song.
I was like, all right, well, you did it. Congratulations, because I love that fucking song.
It's cool too, because early in the movie, he's actually working on it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
I think he said it was written prior to the film. But
I mean the Harris scene where he talks to him and he's actually working on the piece.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie.
He promises, he's like, yeah, one day I'll play it for you.
Right.
Aw.
And he never got
to.
to.
He did, but
he did play it posthumously. Yeah, he played it.
It was almost what Gary Marlett was playing at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was a good player.
I feel like I'm at a Knightriders.
Yeah, it was a very Knightriders vibe.
Yeah.
Gary just playing guitar. But all right, you guys ready to get this going?
Yeah, I got to get back to my DVD player shut off. I'm getting back to it. Hold on.
All right, so my screen right now. The frame says United Film Distribution Company presents. So,
mine
and what
says
I will do,
MGM.
Okay, it'll probably be like right after that. Because if you're watching on Amazon, I think Will's watching it on Amazon
It's
as
right
well.
after the Lion. Yeah.
What version is everybody watching? We got Amazon. I'm watching the old Anchor Bay DVD, the old gold box version. This is the one that I
have that one.
actually watched. Yeah.
I'm watching the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I thought I have it on Blu-ray. I know I do somewhere.
I have the Arrow Blu-ray in the mail right now.
Yeah.
I don't have a regular DVD copy. I've got to get my hands on one.
Yeah, I got the Arrow Blu-ray here, which is import UK, I believe. It's a European import. Comes with a DVD as well. I better watch that. But I have to watch DVDs because I'm using an old computer to watch shit on, and it only plays DVDs. It won't play Blu-rays. So, So all right, everybody ready to go? Let me know, and we will do a 3, 2, 1. Press play now, and then on now we're all gonna press play, and then we're all gonna watch Knightriders. So everybody good?
Yeah.
Everybody set?
Yep.
Everybody on UFDC, right? Or close to it?
Yep.
Right on.
We may not be perfect, but we'll be in the same vicinity. So
that's all right.
All right, everybody.
Nights on Hot Stoves. Here we go.
The first commentary ever done for Nights on Hot Stoves.
Oh yeah.
All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Press play now.
Oh, that opening sting is so beautiful.
I didn't put this on fast forward, did I? Hang on. I think I already fucked up. No, I think I'm good. I thought I accidentally hit like speed, like where you speed it up. But I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. So Ed Harris just popped up.
Shirtless, no less.
No Billy.
Yes.
Yeah. With
And we'll
hair.
get our first
he's
bit
got
of
some
nudity
hair.
here.
Yeah, here we go.
There we go.
All right.
Amy Ingersoll, look at that.
I wish she could have come 2020. Was it 2023? She was supposed to be there, wasn't it?
Yeah. 11 good weekend. I think she had to back out last moment.
Little self-flagellation there.
He's the normal night. Yeah.
Opus Day.
She was balding even then.
Yeah, Ed
Although
Harris seems like one of those guys that I feel like never. There's a little nudity for
I
you, for
enjoy
the
this
ladies.
I can see his shoulder hair.
What's
from here.
what's the other film that opens with a dude's ass? Y'all know?
Opens with
Romero.
a dude's ass.
Yeah,
oh,
Monkey
with
Shine.
Romero.
Oh, they
Yeah.
Monkey Shine.
Monkey
Yeah.
Shine.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I just
right.
watched it the other day.
Yeah.
When he's doing
the
that
gay's doing-
exercise.
he's doing his stretches or whatever.
Yeah, shows how athletic he is.
So I mentioned
bet
it a second
Ed-
ago. No, go ahead, Will.
I was gonna say, I bet Ed Harris has a lot of dingleberries.
With all
Oh,
that
he's a
butt
very
hair.
hairy man.
He's a hairy dude.
Well, he soaks in the river to get rid of him, so
He's a man's man.
Oh, the music. I love that so much.
I love the build up to it. You think it's like your actual like Knights of the Round Table, like set the period piece, and then all of a sudden he hops on a motorcycle and you're automatically brought into modern day, and you're like, oh, okay, this is different.
So
there's a
I'm
great
gonna
slow
tell
mo
you-
scene here too. I like to use slow mo.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love the slow-mo scene.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool. But I'm gonna tell you, that's actually what threw me
And
off
if
about
you-
this film, and what kept me from watching it for years was that I thought that it was actually set like in high school or whatever, middle school. I thought that it was set in medieval times, but they were on motorcycles, and I was like, that sounds so fucking retarded, dude. Like, I'm not watching that. And it took me so long to figure out that it was actually like modern times, you know. And it was just like, you know, they were on motorcycles.
Well, do you guys ever go to Renaissance fairs? I used to love going to them. So
yeah, I still go. I'm going to one in November. Yeah,
I bought some of my best
5 years
ethnic percussion instruments from Renaissance fairs. So
I've never been to one.
Yeah.
So
they're fun. Yeah.
Same.
I've
I'd
been
love
to a
go.
couple that were a lot like this.
Just be careful with the food; you might get sick.
well, yeah.
corn on the cob.
Not at my fair.
Turkey legs, man, that's the shit. I love getting turkey legs at the Ren Fair.
Yes. Wait until the last half hour before they close and they're buy one, get one free.
You got to find a good deal at a Renaissance fair.
Little John, so his vest is at the museum. I know we were talking about people, you know, had the helmets at the table this year. You can see his vest anytime.
Who?
Little John, right? Ken Foray's vest is at the museum, isn't it?
Was it this year? I don't think I've ever seen that at the.
There was a new additions. I saw a couple new
Huh.
that they put in for Knightriders.
Yeah, I
this is
saw
like
it.
the one year I
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to go through the actual museum.
Yeah, it was there, and I think I don't think it was Savini's helmet. It may have been Savini's helmet that was in the museum too. I don't know, but yeah, it was there. I saw it.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
Huh. Well, who had that? Anybody know? Was it Ken's? Did Ken still have it? I'm sure maybe Tom probably had it somewhere.
Yeah, Tom kept a lot of stuff from this film.
Yeah. Doesn't he still have the actual chairs?
Little John, Kent for leather vest from Kip. It was Kip's.
Okay.
Yeah. It is there, right? I'm not imagining.
It is there. I've got a picture of it.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw it this year. Yeah.
You know, I have a picture, and I made sure that I took a picture of like what it was. So yeah, you're right. I'm gonna keep this where I can see it.
Rick says I cannot recall if I've ever watched Knightriders before. I take it as a 1960s, 70s type biker flick. Not really. I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's a motorcycle movie, but it's not like a Easy Rider. It's not like your typical what people think of like a motorcycle movie from that time is.
I like Scott here. He's got the Jim Crut hairdo in this movie. So.
And those beautiful curls. Such beautiful curly hair. But he does joust as Sir Ewan, the Earl of Essex. That is his persona, and black and gold are his colors.
That's pretty
cool.
I was just saying, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna gain like 50 pounds and just start wearing Hawaiian shirts and just be a Jim Baffico cosplayer.
And be a fat slob jerk.
You got the mustache already. You're halfway there. Or you could go with the amplest look in this. Just gotta get a pair of tights.
I don't know. I don't know if I could pull off tights. I don't know.
You don't have the balls for it?
Yeah, I don't.
He got a Hank Hill booty. That's why.
Who, Mike?
I do, man. I lost my ass years ago. Now it's just like it's flat. I used to have a ghetto ass when I was younger.
By the way, the new season of King of the Hill is really good.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
It's really good.
It's funny to see Warner Shook here. You can't picture him as the boiler room zombie. He looks so different.
I know.
Yeah, he does look a lot different.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I first watched this, I was just like, "Oh wow, look! Oh my god, it's this!"
I know, right?
I know.
Everybody.
Like the first time I saw it, like that's the first thing that kind of drew me into it. I was just like, "Oh, geez, it's like all these people from Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead."
There's a Sweet Sal cameo coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Oh, Sweet Sal.
Got some nips.
So yeah, when was the first time you guys watched Knightriders? Mine, like I said, it's probably the last Romero film I remember watching, and it was like right at like late high school probably, and I found this DVD actually I found in Bowling Green at the FYE or whatever it was in the mall. And I was like, oh, it's the one Romero film I haven't seen, because it's not one that you really see a whole lot in the wild. So I took it home, watched it, and I watched it, and then immediately went back and watched it again. I was so blown away by it. But when was you guys' first time seeing it?
This is
Probably early
the
20s.
first copy that I had of it was Knightriders
Yeah.
on VHS, and
Yeah,
like I
that's
told
one-
you,
yeah,
I
something that I
put it
had.
off for years. I refused to watch it because like I can't, I just can't get over the synopsis. Like I don't understand what this is about. And but obviously when I went and watched it later, especially like rediscovering George's films, it's absolutely one of his best films that he was ever involved with. So, but it took me, gosh, I think I started going back through George's films in high school, and it took me a while to kind of get around to it. I don't know about you, but like right after high school, maybe. I don't know. It took a hot minute, to kind of get around to watching it. But god damn, it's so good.
Yeah, the first time I remember even hearing about it was that it was the show The Directors, and it was the one they did on George Romero, and they mentioned it when they were like after Dawn of the Dead and before Creepshow. It's like George Romero would, after Dawn of the Dead, would go on to direct Knightriders, and then they talked about it for a minute. Like Ed Harris, they interviewed Ed Harris, and but like outside of that, they didn't really talk about what it was or anything like that. I just saw guys dressed as knights riding motorcycles, and that's kind of, I was just like, I don't understand what this is, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look gory enough for me. I was just But then when I finally watched it, I was like, oh, it's actually good.
5.
I'm probably the only one here who saw it in the theater in 1981. So
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's, I was 12 years old, and I didn't even know who George Romero was at the time. Hadn't seen Night of the Living Dead, didn't see Dawn of the Dead yet, and it blew me away. It's a great movie. And in fact, I was racking my brain the other day because of the show, and I was thinking, did I see it with a double bill? Because I'm pretty sure we saw this in a double feature with Cabo Blanco, the Charles Bronson movie, in the theater.
I remember you saying that.
Wow.
Right
And,
now, the
yeah.
bikes are actually being pulled on a trailer. When you see them side by side like that, they're being pulled on a trailer. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, that's a standard thing they do with these shots because you got to get the safe acting positions
Yeah.
with them actually driving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of car movies. They're the same thing. They're on a low trailer while they drive the car.
Which, if I remember correctly, Ed Harris was kind of uncertain about riding a motorcycle. Like he wasn't used to it when they were filming this, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So he was not too
a bit of
comfortable
a
with it.
beginner.
Yeah.
Brother
Blue. What is? Just an interesting human being. A great character, but his character in this is basically, from all accounts, pretty much just who he was. You know.
It's
He's a
exactly
poet,
who he
right?
was.
Wasn't he a poet?
Yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
storyteller.
Like a beat poet.
Yeah. But I think his name was Hugh, right? And I guess he had a younger brother that was mentally handicapped, couldn't say his name. He called him Brother Boo. So then he eventually changed it to Brother Blue to kind of pay homage to his younger brother.
That's cool.
And then I guess his younger brother was kind of obsessed with butterflies too. That's where those come from.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What about you, Michelle? When did you first see Knightriders?
I think it was probably my early 20s. I don't remember. I know how bad that is. But clearly I bought the DVD used for $15 because the tag's still on it.
That's high.
Yeah.
$15.
15 Canadian. Don't worry, that's like $5 US. But I love that. This movie just makes me so fucking happy. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a lot of comedy in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You definitely see a lot of George's sense of humor in it. I'm looking for. Did I miss Sweet Sal? Here.
No, yeah,
Oh,
it's
he
coming
should
up.
have come right there. There he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Selling seat cushions.
That sounds about right. I feel like
Yeah.
him
I
or
grew
J.
up with
Roy
this
would probably
movie.
would both be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selling used motorcycles at the show.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Will? When did you first see Knightriders?
I couldn't even tell you. Probably 10 years ago, maybe. I don't know.
Stephen
Oh,
King
look, Stephen King.
and
It's
Tabitha.
Tabitha King too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny. Within a year of this coming out, Megaforce came out. The hell, these motorcycle movies and all these post-apocalyptic movies. And this is so different than all that modern, silly sci-fi future stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was still cool. I loved it. So
Well, see, like the poster. If you look at the poster, like when I first, like to me, that poster makes it look like a post-apocalyptic, like
Yeah, it does.
dystopian thing.
Yeah.
So I just think they didn't.
Especially with the
Again, it's a
tagline.
situation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Again, I just think it's a situation where I don't feel like they really knew how to market this movie. Like, who's our audience? Like, it's
But
not
it's
a
certainly better
period
than
piece, but
Hungry
it's not a
Wives for the
motorcycle movie,
marketing.
but it's not a horror movie. You know.
So,
Yeah.
I love this part.
I
I always
realized I just realized that old dude from the Crazies is in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harold.
Harold
Well, I
Wayne Jones.
forget his name. I forget his character name, but it's not David. It's the other one.
Yeah. What is his
Clank.
name in the crazy? Clank. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Clank. Yeah.
Harold Wayne Jones. Yeah.
I just happened to see him. First time noticing that. Dude,
But they
that's
nailed
all-
us on
I just
Renaissance Fair
noticed
vibe.
Tony Booba's mom, Tony and Pat Booba's mom. I just noticed
Oh.
her in the crowd.
That's what I love about watching these movies over and over again, because I can always point out something new.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny. Somebody commented on one of the Dawn of the Dead commentaries the other day, and they're like, "I love how the whole commentary is just them pointing out people and saying like, oh, that's so and so, like, oh, they're cool." And I was like, yeah, that's kind of what this is going to turn into. We're just like, hey, look, it's Stephen King. Hey, look, it's Sweet Sal.
And Clayton Hill's in this too, right? Later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for a brief
Sharon-
second, little cameo.
Sharon's in it for a minute, yeah.
Yeah, I mean everybody's in this, man. That's what's so cool about it. So, and
it's
something else
so-
I wanted to sort of talk about. We can get to it in a little bit, but that relationship, that dynamic between Warner Shook and Randy Kovitz, that's such
Yeah.
a George
I love
thing,
that.
because especially back in the 70s, like it was almost kind of unheard of to have like a
Yeah.
gay relationship on, especially in a film about fucking motorcycles and shit. And you
Yeah,
know,
Yeah.
it was.
And they have two in this one. Two
Yeah.
gay relationships, right? Because Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's
I
right,
think
yeah.
I thought that was really cool, and I thought that was such a George thing to do.
Well, Warner Shook, I mean, is gay in
Yeah.
real
Oh, yeah.
life. So, I mean, it makes
Yeah.
total sense. Like, George probably, I would guess, probably wrote that specifically for Warner. Like, that's
Yeah.
his role.
That's
but
what
I think
that's
the
what I
way,
mean.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
way that they talk about it, the conversation that he has with Christine in the van, and like that's that feels. I've had that conversation before with
Yeah.
friends in the past, where I'm just like, dude, it's cool, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, I love that dynamic of this movie, and it's very ahead of its time, like you said. Like you didn't see a lot of that back then.
Plus, you gotta love the Randy Kovitz guys. You got Cigarettes guy from Dawn, right? So
Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
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 And he was Raider too in Dawn.
Yeah.
Later on. He was
Yeah.
that.
Man, he should have done more. I know he studied
Yeah.
at Carnegie Mellon, right? I mean, he was a pretty.
He went to
solid
school with
actor.
Lori Cardille, because when I was there for supper at our house in June, and Randy just showed up and come out and
Yeah,
hung
well,
out on
that's
the patio
interesting.
too.
And dude's
John was-
fucking super talented. He knew how to juggle and all that stuff already before this film.
John wants to know, do we know where Bill Heinzman is in the movie? I actually didn't know Bill Heinzman
No,
was
I
in
didn't
this.
either.
He's in the tree.
That's
Oh.
right.
Tree
Yeah, with the
shooting
arrows.
arrows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
with,
Him and Sharon
Sharon.
both. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, there you
Yes.
go.
But yeah, there you could
Holly-
see the spring-loaded seats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Holly Hunter is in this somewhere too in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did
She went
not
to
know
school
that. I
with
love
she went to
Holly
school
Hunter.
with Tom, I think.
Joe
Yeah.
Shelby.
Yeah.
it's funny. The Stephen
I'm gonna
King.
keep score. How many people can we list here?
I think
Stephen
I counted
King's
one
always
time.
embarrassed by his
Like
Jordy Verrill, but he's not embarrassed by this over the top performance.
Yeah, I mean it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. So,
But his performance, that's
There's-
part of like why
no,
I
I know.
always.
He's along for the joke. So,
Yeah.
That's why I
This
always
is this
kind of
is
point to.
coked out Stephen King at his best.
and this guy works out. He's the you okay down here from Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
what
his
is-
one big line too.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
Hacks.
one-
We talking about
His
Hacks.
one Hacks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his one big line. Someone once joked that since I wrote a book about one of the jousters, that I should write one about Tasso, and I made the joke that it would have to be about Sir Ewan jousting zombies.
Hey, that's fan. People would buy that.
Yeah,
No, they
absolutely.
would.
Fan fiction.
I mean,
I buy it. I think
he'd have to be down for it, and given my history, I don't think he would be. But you never know.
The mace.
Maybe make it a short story. I don't think I could pull out another novel anytime soon.
So it's funny. They talk about side hacks here, or hacks as he calls it in the movie. There's a movie called Five the Hard Way from '69. It had side hackers. It was actually renamed Side Hackers in a Mystery Science Theater show.
Mystery Science Theater.
And the whole show is about side hackers and racing around the track. It's really funny. Ross Hagen, I don't know, Ross Hagen actor is he's in a lot of cheesy stuff. But
I as soon as you said, I was like, yep, side hackers.
yeah, it's called Five the Hard Way is the original title. It's all side hacking.
I feel like I've seen that episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
It's great. It's a great episode. This guy named Rommel, who's the bad guy, and it's just over the top.
Yeah, and Brother Blue, I know he was a World War II vet too, and I think he went to Harvard.
Yeah.
He on the GI Bill.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
But it's just a fucking interesting human being, dude. Like, I don't know.
But I know it wasn't long after this film that Tasso went on to become one of the founding members of the Hanlon-Lee's Action Theater.
Yeah.
And they used to do 90% of the jouster around the Renaissance fairs. I still think they have a majority hold of it, but at one point some of their members branched off and created their own company. But he was one of the founding members.
There's Mark Tierno with his little handkerchiefs. I once paused it when he jumped and you could see his sneakers, and I sent it to him, and he laughed. I texted it to him. I said, "Nice jump."
Get ready. I love how he sneaks off and gets his little medical bag here in a second.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, I know what's coming.
I've seen a lot of injuries happen.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, what's the worst injury that you've seen on like jousting or?
There was one guy that got bucked off the horse and actually like broke through the rail. There was another time where a horse got spooked and then jumped through the rail and then down the chute, and the jouster took a sword to his face and it went through his bottom lip.
Damn.
But and there was one time where one of them got stepped on by the horse. But other than that, he took it mostly. I think he took it mostly in the armor, so it wasn't so bad. And you could see the horse was trying to not step on him, so he ended up like. Thankfully, those were the worst, and they weren't too bad. Like everybody got up and walked away.
Well, see, like when I watched this, and like that was one thing that really stood out to me the first time I saw Knightriders was the stunt work on this, and I'm surprised, especially on some of these, especially the one coming up here in just a second when they wrap that chain around the front of the wheel and the fucking dude goes head first into the ground. When I first saw this, I was like, God damn, that dude had to be fucked up from that.
Like my brother and I did try this on a couple bikes, and we
didn't work.
It was difficult. No,
well.
we made about 10 passes. We were stuck at 3 passes each that we had technically won, but it's so hard to operate the gas and the clutch and hold that, and try and it's difficult. I mean,
I was
we
gonna
both had
ask,
injuries, but
like, have any of y'all ever ridden bikes before?
yes.
Nope.
I've seen too much at work. There's no way.
Well,
Yeah.
I had an '86 Honda Nighthawk, and I had it for several years. I sold it when my kid was born, but like I cannot imagine trying to do this kind of shit on a fucking motorcycle. Like you were talking about fucking messing with the clutch and breaking and gassing at the same time, trying to swing a fucking sword. I can't imagine.
Well, no, we didn't do the sword. We had a breakaway lances. So,
I was talking about the movie. I was talking about the stunts in the movie, like how hard that would be. I can't imagine how tough that would be.
Yeah. Obviously,
Mike Gornick. Mike Gornick said that was. I guess he was really stressed out filming this movie because of all the stunts and stuff, like all the camera work where he had to zoom in all the hard stunts and stuff like that. Because so many dudes were getting hurt. I think a lot of people got hurt on this. Not like severe or anything, but
I like how Rubinstein mixes classical, kind of funky, spacey, jazzy stuff, and the soundtrack's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great musician. Have you guys? How many of you guys have actually heard his Dawn Reimagined or Dawn Imagined CD? Where it's
have not.
So when Dawn of the Dead originally was supposed to be like George wanted Rubinstein to do the score for it, and so Donald Rubinstein had these little cues and some songs that he had done for the Dawn score originally that they never got used, but he eventually put it out on CD.
Is it online somewhere? Have you seen it online? Like
It's
YouTube or something?
It's gotta be somewhere. I got a copy. I got the CD. Yeah, it's not great, and I could totally see why George was just like, "Yeah, let's not use this." It just, especially looking back on it now with the Goblin soundtrack and the library cues and stuff that were actually used, it's hard to imagine where a lot of that music would have been put in the movie. But yeah, it's called Dawn Imagined, and it's different. It's definitely different.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, his Martin soundtrack, the work that he did on Martin is so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite soundtracks. So sad.
Yeah. Very like melancholy, just I don't know, it definitely gives the movie the flavor that it has.
Oh yeah.
So this is definitely, I've always said, like, Savini's best role. And to me, like, yeah, technically it's Ed Harris's movie, but, like, Savini steals this movie for me in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Huge range, and he's got a great arc.
And again, it was like one of those things where I didn't expect it. Because, I mean, I just always knew Tom Savini as Tom Savini, you know, Sex Machine or Blades from Dawn of the Dead, just, you know, action stunt guy or whatever. But here he's kind of... He's doing it all in this movie.
Yeah. Tom Savini does not like duck.
Yeah, you said that to me the other day in the email, and I immediately knew what you were talking about because that story where Savini's in Vietnam.
You guys know? My dad never told me. One. Oh.
Yeah, he ended up telling that story in the documentary.
Told me why he doesn't like duck, but he always told me growing up that Tom Savini does not like duck.
So your dad knew Tom Savini?
Are you there? I can't see. You're not on screen.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I am here, but you all kind of glitched out. So apparently that's my dad intervening. I'm not supposed to hear that story, I guess.
So the story, I mean, basically the story is that, like, in Vietnam, I might be getting it wrong if anyone wants to correct me, but in Vietnam, like, they were on, like, night watch or something one night, and they heard some rumblings out in the woods out in the distance, and they started opening fire, and all hell was raining down. And then, and so, like, after that, the only thing that was out there in the woods were these ducks. So from that point on, like, Savini always hated ducks, but ducks have. I think he did say, like, a couple of nights later, they actually were attacked. From
I think it was near the Tet Offensive, so it was a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, so he also says ducks kind of saved his life. So because from doing that, he was stationed somewhere else or whatever.
It's almost like that scene in Platoon where he almost falls asleep. In the rain and stuff, but with ducks.
Okay, my dad never told me, like, he just, that's the only thing he ever said. My dad never really talked about Vietnam. Like, there was one time, and it was pretty, like, I made the joke of napalm sticks to babies, and my dad was like, that's not funny. You know, I saw that in Vietnam, and, you know, babies strapped to bombs so that there was nothing we could do about it without, you know, setting them off, and we had to leave the babies to starve. And that's when I was like, oh, like, that was the only story I ever got out of my dad about Vietnam.
Yeah, I've had uncles that served in Nam, and they have some. They don't even like talking about it. They're just like, yeah, we just don't even want to talk about the shit we saw.
Yeah.
So your dad served. Did he serve with Savini, like in the same platoon or whatever?
I have no idea in what capacity, because that's how little my dad talked about it. He just said that he had served with them, and then I met Tom Savini when I was like 6 or 7 after seeing 5, 6, 7 after seeing the movie. And he the thing is, he never even told me like what I said to Tom Savini or anything. It was just like, hey, you remember when you met him? And I'm like, no, not at all. And that would be it. And he
what year would this have been when you would have met Savini? What year would that have been?
So that would have been like 95-ish.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, probably between 1993 and 96.
Did you guys see John Borman's Excalibur?
Mm-mm.
I know of it, but I've not seen it.
So there's a story in there that's loosely based on the legend about he had to fight Lancelot at some point. Lancelot gets injured, and this because of the fooling around with Maid Marian, and this is kind of a big issue and stuff. He ends up having this wound that never heals, and it's almost like they took that and applied it to this character, even though this is more like a King Arthur character. He has this wound that never heals.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's kind of symbolic of like your internal wounds.
Oh, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of obvious. I'm fortunate.
Yeah, Marley can't even take his gloves off, man. That's gross. Sanitary, bro.
That kind, yeah.
I thought of that the first time I watched that too. I'm like, oh.
Like, take the gloves off.
Yeah.
Well, there are medical shows that they don't do things right either. So.
I can't even watch medical.
Michelle knows.
I won't watch
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I've said this before, I can watch all kinds of gore and all kinds of shit in movies, but when it comes to, like, real surgery or anything like that, I'm just like, nah, I can't.
But if you want to represent Pittsburgh, you should watch The Pit. It's a great show.
I still got to watch that.
Yeah.
Mike, how are you when you get tattooed? You don't have to look away, right? Like, you're good?
No, that's fine. It's just like opening up and like the insides and the inner world. Like, I don't even like, sometimes I get freaked out if I just think about like, oh, I am a human body, and inside of me there's all this viscera and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think about that sometimes, and I'm just like, all right.
When you go for blood work, Mike, do you get squeamish when they got to put a needle? Like,
I don't do blood work.
So yes, the answer is yes. Then I'm gonna because I get people they're like, oh, I hate needles, and then they're completely covered in tattoos, and I'm like,
Joe does blood work when he pretends to be Martin. So he's a.
Did they take blood up at Upper Peninsula?
No, they didn't. No. No, but that doesn't bother me either. Like, it's just like I said. It's just the whole idea of like I've never had a surgery or anything like that. So, but like just like watch. Like my mom used to watch that shit back in the day. She'd watch like ER, not ER. I don't know if they did it as much, but Trauma was I think what it was called.
ER's got plenty of gore in it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but it's not for me.
But The Pit actually has the scene of a woman getting her foot degloved, which is really awesome.
Oh,
and I thought Nicotero had something to do with it. I asked him at LGW, but he didn't. It's some other guys, but they did amazing effects work on that show.
It's like that one movie, that Stephen King movie, Gerald's Game. Is that the one where the woman has to deglove herself to remove herself from the handcuffs? I think. Spoiler alert, I guess. Sounds like the big takeaway from that movie. The rest of the movie's pretty forgettable, but.
Oh, there's Mark's jump. There it is. Big jump.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go into like creepy ER stories. I've got my share of those too.
Me too.
I am from working security at a hospital. I saw some crazy stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
Yeah,
you know what happens on certain nights when there's certain lunar cycles at certain times in the morning.
I don't put much stock in that, but I worked basically a swing shift at Friday nights, so you can imagine all the action going on.
Yep.
So
Yep.
take your flag. So I guess at some point, like before, leading up, like prior to this, I guess, Ed Harris and Amy Ingersoll character, I guess they were romantically involved at one point, but they've kind of grown apart. Or I'd love to know more about that backstory because I've never quite understood. Like, why is she got the eyes for old Gary Lottie here?
Yeah, that was never really fleshed out or explained.
Yeah, they never really. It was just
well,
like
because this king thing is clearly arbitrary based on who wins these challenges. They were an item at one point, right?
But they've kind of grown apart, and now they're just kind of stuck together as king and queen because that's the rules. Like that's what I always assumed. But
yeah, I think that's why she was kind of glancing at Patty Tallman's character on the bike at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, she's giving the stink eye.
Oh yeah, it was the stink eye.
Which I never really got that until I watched the ending like the first time. I'm like, wait, what just happened? She just went off with Alan. Like, what the hell? And then when I rewatched it, then I'm like, oh, I see all the hints. I see it. I see it developing through that. But I'm like, wait, where did this come from?
On that night tour I did around the Knightriders film locations, I suppose it went by Patty's parents' house in the movie, but it looks so different you can't recognize it.
Oh, really?
And also the diner where the big beatdown happens. Spoiler alert. Is now like a dentist office or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have any of y'all ever been up to Natrona? Is it Natrona or Natrona Heights where they filmed the parade scene? I know it's not far from the Iron City Brewery.
Yeah, that's where I was at too. The same night I was at the cemetery.
Oh, cool.
But it was dark and rainy. I couldn't find the John Amplis gravestone when he's leaning on it.
Hey, is that what's his face from Night 90?
That's the guy from
no.
The John Russo movie, Midnight.
Yeah, Midnight.
You're thinking of Pat Logan. You're thinking of Pat Logan.
Yeah. Now that dude, I can't think of what his name is off the top of my head, but
he's in Midnight.
Yeah, he's
Greg
Greg Besnak.
And he was in Dawn too. I do believe he was a zombie. But you could just barely see him, I think.
Oh, really?
I feel like he was there in one of the feast scenes there at the end.
I fucking love Savini in this movie. He was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised Savini's good in this because if you look at his backstory, he was doing theater work for like 20 years.
Oh yeah,
he's
an established actor. Yeah,
exactly.
Awesome.
So he just never got a chance to show it.
Yeah, I just love his character in this film.
Yeah.
His character in this film is like, in any other film like this, he would be the total heel. Like he'd be the bad, like just the asshole. Like he has his moments. He has good moments and bad moments, like a human being would. He kind of comes around in the end, but he definitely has his asshole moments. But if this was like a movie, that would be made today, it would be like he would just be the jerk character. He would just be like,
Yeah, the antagonist.
But it's the same thing with Ed Harris. Ed Harris is not a hero. Just like in this scene here, like he's not a likable protagonist in a lot of ways. He always kind of looks like. He always kind of looks like RoboCop.
Yeah, he does. Oh, what's that guy's name? He's a
Peter Weller.
He's a doctor.
Peter Weller. Yeah.
He's like, kid, trust me, I can't sign this. I self-flagellate in the morning. Give me a break. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing is he's got a very strict philosophy that he follows. You know what I mean? He's that discipline. I can't sign this. I refuse to sign this. Of course,
that's
Morgan's like,
he's
fuck it, I'll
signing
sign
a
it.
pencil. That's going to be shitty, but anyway.
Yeah.
And that magazine, Bob Michelucci designed that magazine, and he did a lot of like the magazines and stuff like that were used in these films. Going, I think even going all the way to the Dark Half, I think, or no, maybe that's somebody else, but.
I think isn't Gary brother of Christine Lahti, the actress?
I don't know.
She's in lots of stuff in the 80s, 90s.
I know exactly who she is. Running on Empty, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're related. That'd be cool if they were.
Amp was back there fucking juggling, and there's just so much going on in this movie that there's so much to catch your eye.
There is. That's why it's hard to spot some of these cameos.
That's Rubenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm focusing on. Is like I'm looking at every single person in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some more slapstick stuff coming up.
Yeah, the banjo music and
the road chase.
Yeah, that's total George right there.
Yeah, sissy bars on their motorcycles.
Yeah.
Oh, and the swastikas. Oh no.
Well, that was a big look for bikers back in the day.
I never recognized that until just when I saw him. I was like, oh, it's
got chopper forks and sissy bars.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, there was actually a bike you could buy that looked like a chopper. It was ridiculous.
A bicycle?
Oh, yeah. It was all the rage in like late 70s, early 80s. They would look terrible.
Oh, yeah.
We still had those when I was a kid. I remember kids having those things.
Me too.
Now, is this guy who's doing the thing? Is he one of the pyrotechnic guys?
I don't.
The guy on the bike?
Yeah,
right
I don't remember who that guy is. Yeah. That's not. I don't know, when you say pyrotechnic guys, I just think of like Tony Pantanella and.
One of the guys on Dawn. He's not one of those guys.
No, I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But I don't really know who this guy is.
I like the setup here.
Yeah.
And then
just ahead, fresh cukes,
zooks, and eggplants and tomatoes.
I love that scene, but I always thought it was kind of goofy. I was like, "Where's the fucking ramp that you hit, dude? He just hit a trailer hitch. He would have hit
very goofy. Yeah, this is
Yeah, and then having to dredge that bike out of the lake.
I like this part.
His ass when he did that.
And they cried. Oh.
Yeah, that's who you're thinking about. Don Barry, Bagman, is the squib guy on Don. He's the one that gets
Don
his
Barry.
ass,
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that gets his ass beat in the jail here in a little bit.
Yep.
He's the guy who was just talking to the other character with the gray hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this little piece of music too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The montage. I love the montage.
Yeah.
That always threw me off with Ken. I was like, "Oh shit, he's fucking naked." It's just his
Hey, I appreciate that he's wearing tights. He looked pretty good in those tights. See?
Yeah, there you go.
I like when he's walking away.
He got
being in
cool
shape.
motherfucker though.
Look at
Well,
Savini,
Tasso and while they were doing this, one of them bonked the other on the head pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's Sharon and there's Bill.
There's Bill.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
There we go.
I didn't know that was Bill. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, Savini's talked about that before when him and Tasso were just fucking around with them, doing like the little fight scene there, but they weren't filming or anything. It was just like in downtime, and Tasso ended up hitting Tom on top of the head with one of the swords, and Tom actually got busted open and was like bleeding, and Tom said that was one of the only times in his relationship or working with George that George ever like legitimately got pissed at him and was like, Tom, you cannot do this shit. You are you're one of the leads in this movie. We can't have you getting fucking decapitated fucking around with Tasso over here.
Yeah.
It was okay you busted her heels on Dawn, but you can't play with swords in this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when Tasso flew into the ceiling. Here comes one of the best line.
Yeah.
Best lines.
This is the only scene I had seen before. This is the only scene that I had seen before I'd actually watched the movie, because it was in that director's episode, and they played this scene, and I didn't know what the hell was going on, but it just seemed like something out of a soap opera or something. I was like, "What is this?" Like,
well, that over the top thing too is that the famous History of Violence clip where he wigs out. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll put a clip on that later in the show. You guys got to check it out.
Oh yeah, he was awesome in that.
But in the broadcast or it's like a fan meeting or something like that, and he just goes off and hits the table.
Yeah, apparently Ed Harris is a pretty intense dude.
He is. And you can see Cronenberg kind of go, "Okay, time to leave now." Yeah.
Well, even I don't know if you guys remember his little monologue at the end of Needful Things. He's really super intense, and that's my favorite performance he's ever done. Is his performance in Needful Things.
That's my favorite Stephen King book, Needful Things.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This is so.
Are you a Stephen King fan, Michelle?
I am. His stuff before he got sober, pretty much.
Right, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Not so much.
He's like Metallica. I liked him before they got sober.
But I have I reread the same ones over and over and over again.
Have you read Skeleton Crew? I love the stories in Skeleton Crew.
Oh, Skeleton Crew, hell yeah. The Raft was in Skeleton Crew.
The guy where there's a doctor's trapped on an island and he slowly eats parts of himself to stay alive. That's awesome.
My brother had Skeleton Crew before I stole it from him, and I used to go down and read The Raft, and then I'd be fucking scared shitless. And my friends, we would go to my friend's camp where we'd go out on the raft. I'd be like, I can't go to the raft. He's like, come on.
Raft.
I'm like, I will die. I was scared shitless swimming out to that raft and back.
Yeah, you get the side of your face pulled off. So. Right.
I'm a huge Dark Tower fan. That's my favorite book series ever, is the Dark Tower. I love, Pet Sematary, obviously, all those old school novels. Like I said, coked out Stephen King is the best Stephen King. That's the best era. When he got sober, everything started to go to shit.
Exactly.
Well, his maximum coke was Maximum Overdrive, because that's a totally insane.
I need to see that again. It's been like 25 years.
The trailer that has the Halloween 3 music in it is hilarious. Yeah. I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
I do remember seeing the trailer recently. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine living like that and sweating all the fucking time.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you could pull the lifestyle off.
It's a natural funk. You're used to it.
I'm not a camper either.
I mean, I'm a camping person, so I could do it for a while. But
like, they have showers, and we have electricity, so the biggest cheat is taking pill bottles, filling them with water, and freezing them. And then we shove them down the middle of our bodice throughout the day to keep cool. It keeps us from sweating so much.
Yeah, that's good.
Smart. Very smart.
We did that at the zoo for our ferrets. We'd have these giant water bottles frozen so they would stay cool.
Oh.
So, and a lot of the clothing, the way it's made too, is to help keep you cool. So we have our ways. It's not as bad as you think, because I did it for 5 years and did a couple of fairs. So, I mean, it is what it is. But it's a lot of fun, though. I mean, depending on the size of the fair, it is very similar to this. At least it was when I was in it 10, 15 years ago. I was at a bigger fair.
You said you used to sell like leather stuff?
Leather armor. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's the big scene coming up.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, everybody pause. I'll finish my story after this.
We're focusing.
Yeah, hold on. Everyone focus on this.
And Michelle had to leave. Michelle's going to miss it.
Oh.
But, yeah, we sold leather armor. So we actually had, there's a lot of rudimentary buildings on the property. So it's not so many tents. Mm-hmm. So we did have electricity and stuff, but at smaller fairs that we went to, like New Glarus and Stronghold, you were running out of a tent and sleeping in your car.
Mm. I think that's what a lot of the armor in this movie was made out of leather as well. Because if you look, if you watch like the helmets and stuff when they, move the helmets around, like you can see it kind of bending, and it's not.
The helmets were actually made with cardboard. Like they use motorcycle helmets with cardboard, I believe. Actually,
That's a pretty good WC Fields there. I like that.
Yeah,
I at least that's what I was told. So
it makes sense. It makes sense.
I might be wrong.
Well, the fancy armor that they give Savini and his crew at the end, that looks like straight up styrofoam. It's like,
right?
It's like they just spray painted some styrofoam, put that shit on.
Exactly right. And the jousters at the Renaissance Fair actually wear like metal full plate armor half most of the time now. So like, yeah, and I didn't have leather armor when we were doing it. We just had like padding essentially, and we had some leather armor, but yeah. I did 5 years of solid leather.
I mean, the metal helps, but just still, when the body stops so suddenly, that's not so good, right? So
yeah.
Gonna really rattle you around.
Yeah.
John said when I was helping Christine's table at Chiller Theater, Ken Forey was there. She completely forgot he was in Knightriders, and I had to show her the IMDb. There you go.
Man, that's crazy.
That's funny.
You know, that's the thing with some of these folks getting older, man. A lot of this information is we got to talk to them now, and that's why I'm so glad about what John's doing, man, because we're kind of preserving this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's right. He's gonna do Dawn next, right?
I asked him about that. He's like, dude, I don't know if I can. There's too much, because that Dawn was like an open cat. Like it'd be hard to track down a lot of those zombies. I mean, it was just kind of an open, like everybody show up if you want, Whereas Night, I guess, was a little more like friends and neighbors and friends of friends, and you can kind of there's a track there. But
well, the group scenes in Day also, right? Because you just showed up, you got a hat, and you got some couple bucks or whatever, and then you took off. So.
What's up, Riverman? Todd. I was on their podcast last night, Revival House podcast. Had a good time talking about weapons. We were talking about we were mentioning that earlier, talking about that. I think most of us had seen it already, but what's up, man? It says, hey, y'all, pop it in and say Knightriders is great, needs a 4K upgrade. I'll catch you on the replay. Yeah, I mentioned that briefly earlier when we first hopped on here, but yeah, it's definitely one that needs a 4K, but in the same story that's kind of haunted and plagued Day of the Dead for all these years, the original elements are missing from Knightriders. Nobody knows where they're at, so there's not really the materials there to go back and do a proper transfer of this. But yeah, I mean, it would definitely. Which I'm watching the old Anchor Bay DVD, and it looks pretty good, but it's one of those films that definitely I think would look gorgeous in 4K with the proper treatment.
Yeah.
I like the little fluty bits in the background as all the serious stuff is happening. It's go on the flute. Makes it kind of whimsical.
It's a very jarring, intense scene. I always love that.
Not whimsical by any means. Yeah. It's just...
It's like one of the only times too in this film where Ed Harris's King Billy has to break and just kind of say, okay, you can have what you want.
Yeah,
like,
stop hitting. Please. Yeah.
But you need the scene for the payback later, because the payback is great. So.
Oh yeah. What do they say later? It's like, you look like you got hit by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's like, Bakersfield Cowboys. Bakersfield Cowboys.
I love this scene. This scene is hilarious. I can't remember her name. Mrs. Danvers from.
Oh yeah, Mrs.
Damnable,
Danvers.
right?
Yeah.
It's damnable.
Julie, what you do? Since when you messing around on
Julie
motorcycle?
Dean. You don't go knocking at people's doors at 5 a.m.
Oh please, you're gonna be up at 5 anyway.
I just like she has to get the last line here. Julie Dean, since when you messing around motorcycle?
Oh. I miss riding motorcycles. I really do.
Well, see, my dad used to ride motorcycles a lot back in the day. Like when I was younger, I used to ride with him, but yeah, he ended up having a wreck with my mom. They like fucking fell off a bridge.
Yeah.
And
jeez.
somehow survived. And after that, he kind of gave it up. So after that, I was like, I never picked up on it. I never had the urge to.
Yeah. I stopped riding after my accident as well. So
yeah, I had a couple of super close calls, and then like when my son was born, I gave it about a year or two. I remember I was taking a left into a gas station, and somebody was taking a right out of the gas station, and they kind of had a wide berth. And as I was turning, I had to like kind of overcorrect, and when I did, my fucking foot hit the ground, and I had to like correct the bike. There was another time where somebody slammed the brakes in front of me, and I fucking fishtailed almost right into their trunk there. So I was like, you know what? Third time's a charm, right? So I'm done.
I've known way too many people that have been seriously injured on a motorcycle or have died from motorcycle accidents that I'm just kind of like.
Me too.
Yeah, my brother got lucky. He had a Honda Interceptor, and he had a wipeout on a freeway on-ramp once. Somebody slammed on the brakes. God. And he only broke his scaphoid bone in his wrist, but it took like a year to heal. He says, I'm done with the motorcycle shit.
You're joking. With a Honda Interceptor, my best friend was killed on his Honda Interceptor. So it's just
they're crazy
really
bikes.
Weird that you say that. Yeah.
Interceptor 1000, yeah.
This is one of the scenes we were talking about earlier. Love this scene from the time I first
saw
it.
I'd rather buff boys.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Will you strip me?
So about 2 years ago, I was coming back to my adopted parents' house from my stepdad's funeral, and I'll never forget walking through the door, and this was the scene that was playing of Knightriders on the TV. And before I even walked through the door, I got so excited and I screamed like, "Oh my God, you're watching Knightriders! That's like my favorite fucking movie!" And and my adopted mom just looked at my adopted dad and was like, "That's your daughter, honey. That's your daughter."
I was watching a movie called Grandview USA, which I don't know if you guys.
Oh yeah,
know. It's
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, and Jamie Lee Curtis, Patrick Swayze. Like, it was a good movie. And so I'm watching it. Opening credits. Fucking, there's Ken Hickson just riding a ride on lawnmower, just like in there. I'm like, wait, what's that? Holy shit! From Knightriders. Yeah, he wrote the movie. So yeah. Oh, there's Bingo.
Yeah, Bingo O'Malley.
You know, I love Bingo O'Malley.
I remember that we were talking about Two Evil Eyes, and you're just like, "Oh, it has Bingo O'Malley in it." I'm like, "Yeah, in a movie with Harvey Keitel and Adrienne Barbeau and Bingo O'Malley." That's how I know you're a real fan.
Most excited about Bingo O'Malley.
Actually, I think this was the last film I watched with my adopted mom before she died.
Oh wow!
I like how the tough cop guy flinches there. That's great.
I just realized that. Wow.
Oh, he's a huge pussy. You talking about the cop?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell the whole time that he's just a giant pussy.
Well, he's hiding behind the badge as usual.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is probably one of
beautiful 70s furniture.
This is probably my favorite scene in the whole film. I love the way this scene that's coming up in a minute with the mom in the kitchen at the sink.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. You know, as Patty Tallman's leaving, and you can see, her daughter's leaving. Obviously, she's been abused, and you see her at the sink where she always spends her time. But then there's this pan out shot. I don't know if that was Mike or George that directed this or wanted this in the film, but you see this just blank white wall, and she almost looks like she's being swallowed up by it, and it looks so sad to me. Like, it shows you how small she is and how small she feels in her life.
Yeah,
I just love that.
Well, I talked about when I did the Mother's Day stream back for Mother's Day, when I was just going through like how George portrays motherhood throughout his different films, and in this one it's always kind of interesting to me because you can see why somebody like Julie has zero respect for her mother. She sees the way that her dad treats her mother, and she's just like, "Oh, Mom, what are you gonna do about it?" And just kind of walks off, and Mom does nothing about it. But you can see how, the way she feels about her mom, and the way that her mom, kind of takes his shit, and now she's running off, and
Yeah. But that was just such a beautifully directed scene, and then of course with Rubinstein's score behind it, it's just super sad.
Yeah, there's a lot of well fleshed out different types of characters in this movie. I think that's another thing that makes it work so well.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their. It's not like none of these characters are just there. You know what I mean? Like they all have their quirk. They all have their thing, their gimmick.
And a lot of it has this documentary style, which he was famous for in the old days. So
right, yeah.
And for the most part, it's a rather uplifting film.
It is. It's very positive and uplifting, and I think that's what's one of the things that's so attractive about it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the pizza lady.
Especially
if you when she pops up in this scene, if you would have told me that we get to see her tits in this movie, I would have said, "Wait a minute."
Turn it off. Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hold up."
Look at that gold chain, the shirt unbuttoned. Look at that guy.
Mr. Bon Tempe.
Oh, I just hit an ad.
Clap.
I got 3 minutes. I'm going to be 3 minutes behind everybody else now.
Nah, fucking Amazon.
Yeah. You guys know who George was originally eyeing for Merlin, right?
Yeah. Who knows? Anybody know?
No.
You guys know?
Don't remember now.
Michelle?
Mike?
I'm trying to think. I feel like I know it, but I don't remember right offhand.
It was the first back in the day when I was doing Tuesday trivia on the channel. That was my first trivia question. Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
I don't think I actually knew that.
Morgan
I
Freeman.
don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
I grew up watching him as Easy Reader on Electric Company.
Yeah.
Electric Company.
You know one of the reasons why he turned it down?
I don't remember that.
Because he had to audition.
Oh,
yeah.
He didn't like that. So.
Well, that would have been cool, but I kind of appreciate Brother Blue in this role more because he's such an enigma. He's not an actor, but he's just kind of who he is.
Yeah.
I think, didn't he send like George Romero like tapes every night of just like him doing poetry and stuff?
Yeah.
He would slide notes under everybody's hotel room door, poetry. Yeah. He would slide little poems under their doors every night. How fucking cool is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but George, I remember hearing George say he used to have like tapes of Brother Blue doing stories, like beat poetry, but he'd be telling the story of,
skateboard.
Yeah. This is up Natrona Heights or whatever. This is up there near the Iron City. Next year when I go up there, I'm definitely swinging through here.
Yeah. There's definitely some Knight Rider locations I like to check out. Me and Will went to a couple of years ago when we were there for Living Dead weekend. That's when we got swarmed in ticks at the cemetery.
God, that was awful.
That was like right when we first like met, pretty much. Like we hooked like that morning, and I was like, we were like, all right, let's go to the cemetery for Knightriders. Never been. And that was our first introduction. It was like, oh, fuck, we're covered in ticks now all of a sudden. So that was like our first bonding moment, was getting swarmed in ticks.
Your blood brothers through ticks.
The rest of the day, it was just like crawling. I'm like, oh.
Was it like the blood suckers scene in Stand By Me? There wasn't like a...
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Right?
But yeah, Larry actually just visited some of the locations that they shot over, in eastern Pennsylvania area.
Yeah,
like
close to Philly. I can't remember what the town is called.
New
it's
Hope.
Pretty cool.
New Hope, Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's like right near Pennsylvania, New Jersey border. And it made me wonder. I was like, why the hell were they all the way out there shooting stuff? Like,
I don't know.
Now, I asked Larry that. Larry pretty much was just like, I think he's heard that they went out there to shoot because George was friends with somebody that lived out there, so he was going out there anyway. I don't know, but I thought that was kind of weird that because I mean they shot in Gettysburg as well, so
I thought maybe I don't know. Did somebody have any offices out there? Was UFDC out there? I don't know. I mean, I was wondering if maybe there were some pickup shots they had to do, and they were just on that side or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's just a handful of shots too, of like when they're when they're traveling to go meet up with their friends, and and then the shot of Ed Harris riding through Gettysburg, and you see the cannon and stuff.
These massive motorcycles always seem so impractical. They're just heavy, lurking kind of things.
It's the gold wings, yeah.
Yeah.
My papa used to have a gold wing, and it had a radio. I mean, it was like the real, real boomer bike, I used to love riding it on it with him, though, because he had the radio going, and it was a smooth ride. You had the back was nice and cushioned, so you could just sit back there and just chill while you drive. My dad always had, like, the Harleys and shit, so I'd ride on the back, and, like, I could fall off at any fucking moment, so I'm just clinging for dear life when I was a kid.
My dad was a big Harley man. I've got a picture of me and him on a bike. Well, I've got multiple pictures of me and him on bikes, and him and my sister on bikes. My dad was a big rider.
Mm.
I grew up on the back of I swear I tell people I grew up on the back of my dad's Harley.
Yeah, I used to ride a lot with my dad back in the day, but like I said, after once I got to be a teenager, it kind of it looked a little weird because I hit a huge growth spurt in middle school, so I looked like a grown ass man in middle school. So it'd be just like two dudes on the bike. I'm like, all right, this is a little weird, Dad. I'll stay home.
Kind of like the guys on Road Warrior. So.
Yeah. Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that's Harry and Lloyd. That was me and my
That's
dad.
on a moped, though. Now, that's what my brothers wanted to do. They wanted to do moped jousting. I just don't think they ever made it happen.
Moped jousting?
Yeah, they are dead serious on it. Like,
just when I think you couldn't go and do anything dumber, you go and pull a stunt like this and totally redeem yourself. Still want to go to Aspen? Oh, yeah. That's another movie I can quote all the way through, I think.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. If you're a wrestling fan, this movie is the perfect wrestling movie, too. Because it tells the story of the territory wrestling days. This is exactly how it was back in the day in the territories. And then Vince McMahon, Bon Tempe, shows up and it's just like, hey, let me take you national. And everybody's like, all right, yeah. Ed Harris is like fucking, Ole Anderson or something. Just, fuck you, I ain't going.
With the Iron Sheik.
Yeah, did you hear my Iron Sheik impression the other night when I had John and Ed on?
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You are no good piece of shit.
Make you humble. He's so great on Stern. Going crazy.
Yeah.
Uncensored.
Fuck that Randy Savage. But
Piece of shit. You're my marijuana and my cocaine and my...
Randy Savage, you make me carry your 8-ball of coke over the border, and I carry it for you.
You fucking wrestling nerds are like destroying this beautiful fireside philosophy. Like the best.
I'm not in the
whole
wrestling
fucking
nerds, just Iron Sheik.
Doing
So,
Iron Sheik impressions.
Sorry. Will brought up Iron Sheik. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Bill's like fucking pouring his heart and like giving all this beautiful monologue. You guys are like, "Fuck you, Iron Sheik."
Motherfucker.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Are you past the ads yet?
Yes, I'm past the ad. I'm past the ads, and I even skipped forward about 3 minutes, so I think I'm about where you guys are. Because right now, Bagman's talking.
Right.
Yeah, we're at the fire. Yeah.
Yeah, that they're at the fire pit. Just hearing some words, that word that they used back then. That they always kind of stick when you hear them.
And it's funny in this scene too. You bring that up. As soon as he says that, fucking Brother Blue pulls out the fucking harmonica and is like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna start. Shit's getting serious now."
Right.
Well, soundtrack.
Yeah. All right.
Like
Some
slam
shit's-
poetry.
I mean, it's
Yeah. Some shit's about to be said.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't like he was using it in a derogatory way. It was like how people would have said it to him. I get it. It's
I love that. I love that part
time.
though, where dude's like, "Yeah, I tried to kill myself," and Brother Blue goes, "Huh."
Yeah.
Just to kind of emphasize the point, you know.
Right.
It's good to have a friend like Brother Blue. Everybody needs a
Oh,
friend like that. And it hangs out, and all of a sudden it's like they know when to pull out, I don't know. I used to hang out in circles like that. There was always that guy that had the guitar that would always just,
Right.
know when to hit a note when something's going down or.
Oh. Hold on. I think I have a buddy that wants to make a brief appearance. This is Mr. Beefy.
Oh, cute. Hi, Mr. Beefy.
Hi, Mr. Beefy. It's kind of like when my daughter wanders up here and makes a brief appearance. She's like, "Hey."
Is it Mr. Beefy as in beef treats, or is it?
Yeah.
As in, he was a really chunky boy. So he became, first it was the Big Beefy because he's got a twin brother and then an adopted triplet. So and they're all 3 orange. So we had Big Beefy and we called his brother like medium chunk and we called the little one Little Nugget. So, but yeah, he's sitting there enjoying his potato chips. So.
Hey, what's up, Grant? Stukas Dive. Hello, dudes. Just finishing my final for advanced coagulation. I'm fucking brain dead. Interesting. Advanced coagulation.
Oh.
Please explain. I'd like to know some. Yeah.
Talking about factor 8.
I don't know. What are you studying there, Grant?
Factor 8's one of the clotting factors.
Very school.
Are you
Probably
he's gonna be a fucking
phlebotomist?
Embalmer.
John said, "Yeah, that's why I can't even start with Dawn unless someone outs themselves being in it or someone points them out, which is the person Brian and I are searching for." Okay, there you go. I swear to God, somebody needs to find the girl at the beginning of Dawn that says, "I'm still dreaming."
Exactly.
Nobody knows who that girl is.
I asked John Amplis, who's the cat. Oh no, this scene.
Oh, there it is. Pizza tits.
Oh.
Now I suddenly want pizza.
Talk about
Her name is Pizza Tits.
Season.
I suddenly lost my appetite.
Gelato.
Yeah, and so I swear to God, Pilato is Captain Rhodes in this scene.
He is.
In my made-up world.
Before he went nuts,
He leaves this, and the world goes to shit, and he joins the military, and he becomes Captain Rhodes.
He's running the monkey farm.
Yeah.
New headcanon.
But you're talking real quick about the Dawn lady. I asked John Amplis at Living Dead Weekend, because he was the casting guy. He had no idea who she was. So.
The only person that I would think may know who. See, look at that. There's Captain Rhodes.
Yeah, he's got the pose.
It's got the hands on the hips,
It's got the dog tags.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Oh,
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Because I got a turkey leg. Is that food enough for you?
You fuck, you bus fuck.
Bus fuck, yeah, that's a great one.
But the only person I think might know who that girl is maybe Molly McCloskey. Because I think from what I've heard from some people is that she was a friend of Molly's, and they came to set the same time that day. So I don't know. But I haven't talked to Molly about it, and I've only met her once. So.
Oh, she had such a great photo album from this movie, like all the behind the scenes.
Not
It
bad.
was amazing. That was my favorite thing about that Living Dead Weekend, I think.
I like how he's going off the rails, and Tim Dooley is like, "Hey, man, we just gotta."
I know Ed Harris has said in the past that he's a little embarrassed by this scene, by how over the top it is.
Well, it's like the History of Violence appearance with Cronenberg, where he went nuts.
Yeah.
Well, he's so unlikable in this scene. Like, for being our main protagonist, like, he's really not endearing himself to until he throws the pizza at Bon Tempe.
I like how the guy
like, all right, I can get it.
Kid. He's like pouting like a kid. He just storms off.
Yeah.
My introduction to Ed Harris was Charlie from Sweet Dreams.
Okay, I think my introduction was Milk Money. I remember watching that all the time
Bunny.
as a
Holy
kid.
shit. Yeah,
With
dude.
him and what's her name?
God, it was such a good movie. That I just
Melanie
remember the
Griffith.
whole thing.
Melanie Griffith.
Melanie
That's
Griffith.
where
There you go.
the kid goes to find a prostitute, right?
Yeah. The kids put their milk money together to go buy a prostitute.
I think mine was
movie
this
that
and
would
then
not get
Creepshow.
made today.
So,
30 years I haven't seen that
What kind
film.
of damn movie, y'all?
here we go.
Pizza tits.
John, I meant Molly's
Hey.
Knightriders behind the scenes pics.
You know, over time, I've seen my tits go from being like Patty Tellman's tits to more like those. And
Me too.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, everyone gravity wins
what?
eventually. So
The older I get, the more I'm okay with it too.
At least we know they were filming in July of 1980.
Yeah, because
Right.
the calendar.
But yeah.
John St. Christine told me that Morgan Freeman gave George a verbal smackdown because of the jive talk in the script and was upset. I think he apologized much later. Okay, that's interesting.
goes nuts again.
Steven wants me to keep doing the Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik's fun.
He is. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie Bailey's in the house. What's going on, Bonnie? Good to see you. Hello, everyone. Just back from seeing Herb Alpert. Glad I didn't miss too much. Very cool. Herb Alpert, man. Peaches. Peaches and Herb, or what was the
Peaches and Cream?
No. Wow, fuck. Wasn't he in like a duo or something at one point?
I am 1 hour and 14 minutes into the movie, Bonnie.
Yeah. What's hour and 14? That sounds about right.
Yeah, 1:14:10.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
where I'm at.
I'm 114, like 03, 04, 05.
You know, even this tent had a better bedroom than my booth did. And my booth was a wooden structure, but man, it wasn't this nice.
Yeah, they got
That looks pretty roomy.
decorations. And...
Mm-hmm.
It's good to be king.
It's good to be king.
Wine King.
And now you're telling me it can't be done?
Well, from the acoustics, sounds like it's done in a studio. The drape's done in a studio.
Probably.
Yeah, definitely some ADR.
Because it's a big ass room. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Chris Romero said like 97% of this movie was filmed outside. I know they had a ton of weather issues. I think somebody said there was a tornado or something. I know that like they had to pause the movie several times and the production was halted several times because of the weather.
Yeah, they had some bad storms come through there.
Yeah.
Which is like one of the only times that they weren't shooting, it seems like, in like the dead of winter.
Yeah.
Like everything George ever did was like, hey, let's shoot this in the dead of winter.
Well, I know Mike Gornick has said in the past too that there were some he had some issues with the,
Oh, that's my favorite guy right there. The guy in the red. My fucking favorite guy in this whole movie.
who is
Very-
that?
Later on.
It's overacting.
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
But he's my favorite spectator of all time. Later on.
I want to say somebody identified him as somebody. I don't know.
I would get my photo with that guy. I would get a photo of him, and I would get him to sign my Knightriders album.
Yeah, because he like freaks out in a little while, doesn't
Yes.
he? Then he like celebrate
I
really
lose
big.
my shit every
Hey.
time he gets on screen. I get so excited.
Oh yeah, when he's going crazy on the side, he's
Yeah,
doing
he's-
like a.
Yeah.
Yes, he goes
He's like,
that.
dude, this is a small part, but by God, I'm gonna be memorable.
He is. He is.
And I love Scotty in this too. Here, just like
Me too. I was just about to comment on that. I wish that he would have had more in this, at least more dialogue.
yeah.
He's more of a visual thing with facial expressions and
Yeah.
Mhm.
Strong silent type.
Yeah. That was really cool at Days of the Dead when we talked to him a little bit about Knightriders, and he was telling that story, I guess, about the Ramada where they stayed, and there was something about
Oh
they had
yeah.
a bunch of shrimp, like they were serving shrimp every day, and the whole crew would eat all the fucking shrimp, so the motel just like got rid of it because they would eat all the shrimp.
Sorry.
Yeah, there were a lot of stories about that that hotel.
Oh,
yeah.
Tom, Tasso, and Bomba, and
Lots of partying and what did Tasso used to take his bed apart and put it in the hallway or some shit? Isn't that the story?
they'd climb up on the sign and change the,
Yeah.
it's like, free
They were
breakfast here, and
always
he'd turn it
close.
into, I forget what the fucking term now, but make it
Yeah.
something, dirty, or
Inappropriate. Yeah.
yeah.
And they would
They were
they would
always
race their
pranking.
they would
There
race
were
their
always
boats in
people
the pool
pranking
or
up
something.
there.
Yeah.
They jump into the pool in like a garbage bag or something, didn't they? Bomb it,
Yeah,
and then,
yeah,
like,
they
escape
put
it?
Bomba in a garbage bag and threw him in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Marty gets a big role here, and in Creepshow, he's one of the garbage men. So
Yeah.
Bomba's script. I guess his script from the film is on eBay right now.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on my watch list.
Me too. It's what, 800 bucks or
It's a-
something?
It's a little pricey, yeah. But I saw that pop up. I saw.
Kip must be saving his money right now.
Yeah, there was a few things that popped up that were Bombas. I remember pointing it out to Larry. I was like, "Dude, did you see this stuff?" He's like, "Oh yeah, it's from Bomba stuff." But it was a Knightriders. I can't remember. There was like 2 or 3 other movies that they had, and he had just a bunch of scripts and. God, what was the other one? One of them was like really expensive. It may have been Day of the Dead or something like that. Maybe I don't remember.
Talking about Larry?
No, the stuff that popped up on eBay that used
Oh, I'm
belonged
sorry.
to Bomba. There was like 3 or 4 things that popped up all at one time, and they're all really expensive. But
Yeah. Well, I know Larry put some call sheets or something from Day on eBay. I think he was wanting like $1,000 for him or something like that.
yeah, I point out it's really always funny that Christine and Tom are always an item in George's films. It's like George had a weird fascination with putting his future wife with.
it's
Tom.
cinematic cookholding, right? So
Yeah. That's what it was, Bonnie. Tijuana Brass. There you go. I don't know what I'm thinking, like Peaches and Herb. I don't know what I'm thinking about with that, but
Herb Alpert's good.
who's bouncing a basketball? What is going on here? Hearing some vibrating.
Oh, I don't think I. Hopefully, it's not me.
Yeah, I think it was his shooting script. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I think so too. Look.
Yeah.
This is where it all starts to go off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's falling apart.
I still can't believe they could do this thing where the guys have to block the bikes from hitting the crowd.
Right.
That's pretty crazy.
The right guy.
But there were a lot of pranks that went around the Renaissance Fair too. People were always pranking each other.
Oh, I'm sure. There's a lot of. That's the thing. Like it was something like this back in the day. It's like pre-cell phone. Nobody could just sit there and just text or whatever. It's like everybody had to keep themselves entertained, and I guess that's what kind of built the camaraderie back then. There you go.
There's the red guy.
Yeah.
He's way over the top.
And doing it for so long, it really is a family vibe when you're doing it.
Yeah, there you go. It's Romero Knightriders screenplay and production documents.
Yep, that's it.
Bomb on
Yeah,
there.
that was me playing basketball. I'm sorry. I was trying to look it up on eBay.
Oh, good. $862.50. Anybody got the money to spend?
U.S. You know how much that is in Canadian?
Well, what if we all pool our money together and somebody just photocopies it for the rest of us?
Or we could just share it like custody. It's like you get it,
Yeah.
you get it this month, you get it next month.
Dude, I'll put money in if I can get a photocopy. Like,
I don't trust getting lost in the mail. Shit
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, that's kind of the risky thing, especially when you drop a lot of coin on like super expensive shit. It's like, oh my god, I've had so many bad experiences with USPS.
Or it gets wet, it gets destroyed.
Yeah.
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 It seems to be here lately. It seems to have gotten worse too. It's like usually like that package you sent, Matt. Like when I got it, looked like somebody just fucking stepped on it. Like just
Really?
And I was just the one with the photos. And I was like, Jesus Christ! And luckily everything was fine, but the box looked like it was just like caved in. Like it was just like Jesus.
No. Yeah.
It's almost like if you put Fragile in the box, they're harder on it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You fucking throw it like a football.
It's like the opening scene in Ace Ventura when he's carrying the package.
Kicking it.
I'm thinking that guy is working at the post office these days.
I love that famous Amazon shot of the guy throwing the TV over the fence.
Yeah.
Or the monitor, whatever it was. It just totally destroyed it.
Sounds broken. More than likely, sir, but I'm sure it was something nice, though.
Oh, here we go. There's the disco moment.
I have a bath bomb subscription. Nearly every month I get at least one that's broken. And they're always wrapped in so much bubble wrap you wouldn't think.
Well, I used to work at the post office. I used to be a mail carrier, and I see how those things get transferred from place to place, and I'm surprised. That's why, like, when I got that Dawn one sheet with the green letter one sheet, when I bought that on eBay, because that was a pretty fucking expensive purchase, I was watching that like a hawk every day, just like watching, like making sure it's getting from destination to destination. It's like, eh. So yeah, it makes me nervous anytime I buy anything on eBay anymore these days. Luckily, I've never had too many issues, I guess. Other than people, stepping on the packages or whatever the hell happened to that one, but everything was fine.
Yeah, I've just had so much lost mail, though, that just never even got here.
He goes, "Hey, you got any cigarettes?"
Plenty.
It's just his continuous line through all of his movies. So.
Yeah, it's his calling card.
You got any cigarettes?
I rolled a whole pack before we started.
Yeah,
I do like that close up of Ed's butt.
There's a butt shot for you there, Michelle.
I like that one. I like it.
He does.
Michelle's an ass girl, huh?
I appreciate a good ass.
That's like the old Ronnie joke. Are you a tits man or an ass man? He goes, I think I'm an ass man because they always say you're an ass man.
I like Randy's little right here.
Yep, his little guy.
Yeah, a little skip. Skippity
tune getting ready to go, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the editing in this.
Mm-hmm.
So fabulous.
Yeah, when you see, especially for a low budget, Ed Harris there. Especially for a low budget film, like the amount of shots and setups that they did, not for Dawn of the Dead, they move so quickly, and I think that's the brilliance of Gornick and George's relationship, their working relationship, is that they were able to move and get so much coverage, all the close-ups and stuff of all the audience members and stuff like.
Well, hell, the action experience too, like Juice is Loose and Iron City Ass Kickers and all that.
Yeah, I love hearing. I think Chris Romero was pretty much talking about how they're like peanut butter and jelly, like George and Mike were.
Yeah.
How well together they worked. It was like perfect.
And George had worked, later on. He worked with some big name cinematographers for like The Dark Half, but it's just like. It's almost like they communicated like through ESP, like they just knew what to like. Because Gornick would always say like, "Oh, George would just come up and say, hey man, how about we shoot this way from this? We're shooting from this way." And Gornick would come up with something, and George would say, "That's perfect." And they would they could move fast like that. And shooting during the day, I'm sure helped a whole lot too. They didn't have to do too much lighting, but
yeah.
By the way, just got a cool message from Paul, who sadly can't be for the stream here. But we're in the back. We've been working on a collaboration music thing, so I need to do a little editing. It'll come out shortly. So
sweet,
cool.
Be fun.
You guys are like file trading and stuff, like collaborating musically, like putting stuff together.
Yeah, he wanted to do a project on like some Carpenter covers and stuff, and I already had one in the works, so he's building on top of that. And then we're gonna do some other stuff. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Hell yeah, dude, that's rad.
Yeah, I love doing stuff like that. It's kind of like the Postal Service, where they send things back
Yeah.
and forth. And,
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was kind of alluding to. So that's you've heard Paul's Savini effect stuff, right?
just a little bit, but it's very good. Yeah.
I got the
Yeah,
CD.
so good, dude.
I was wearing my Savini Effect T-shirt the other night when I was doing the Dead Pit stream.
I've got one of those too.
So yeah, again, this part with the motorcycle and stuff like that, it's shocking that they always have to have people catch the motorcycles. They should have like walls up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda weird.
Well,
It's a
was
safety
my
you know,
brother.
you know.
My brother and I, we had like lighter leashes that attached to the key, so that if we fell off the bike, the key pulled out and the
Oh,
bike.
dead man switch. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
like
That's
on a
how
treadmill.
we did it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a treadmill.
But
Some,
that's
some really good stunts in this movie.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
very good
I mean,
stuff.
it's great stunt
Yeah,
work in this movie.
abs-
Like I said, when I first saw this movie, that was the first thing that popped out to me. Like while I was watching, I was just like, Jesus, these are.
And that's one of the reasons I loved it. Is I was 12 years old when I saw this. I'm like, this is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember hearing somewhere, all the quick stops where they stop really quick and the bike flies up and they go over the handlebars like that. I think they said they got that idea from Ben-Hur. In Ben-Hur where the horse buggies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if it's like the exact same stunt that they used, like the same method or whatever, but I know it was at least inspired by that. Those are so jarring to see whenever you see that quick stop like that.
Yeah. And again, like you won't see stunts like that in movies now. They won't allow it. It would just be,
Well, I don't know if you guys know the
Practical,
famous guy Dar Robinson, stuntman who did like Burt Reynolds' Stick movie, where he did the famous fall on the wire and a lot of really cool stunt things off the CN Tower in Canada. And yeah, exactly. There you go. And he died on a stupid motorcycle stunt.
sucking up.
Yeah.
Hey,
just-
Canada.
The dumbest wimpiest stunt he ever did, he died on his little motorcycle stunt.
That's
Oh.
Very
shitty.
sad.
So the Raven's armor is probably the closest to what type of leather armor the company I worked for made. It was
Okay.
fairly similar to that type of chest piece, and we made gauntlets and bottle holders and skirt hikes and
It was funny. This guy, what's his name in real life? I can't remember.
Albert Emerson.
That's it. Emerson.
Yeah.
So first year, 2021, Living Dead weekend, when we went.
Did you catch that panel?
No, I didn't even meet him, but I thought I met him in. Because I mean, I didn't know what he looked like after all these years, but I knew he was going to be there. And there was a guy in the hotel lobby that looked just like him, and there was his family and stuff. And he looked out of place, like he wasn't there, like supposed to be there for the convention, but they obviously were because they were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the guy was him, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I loved you in Knightriders." And he just looked at me and was like, "All right, wasn't him, was not him." I actually saw him later on. And it looks, he looks fairly similar to how he does in the movie, But the guy that I saw was just like this old guy, kind of like, And I was just like, "Oh, that may be him. I think that's him." So,
I wasn't sure if you caught that Knightriders panel with Eric and Matt. That was pretty good.
Oh, I may have seen that actually.
Yeah.
Back when because that would have been right around that same time because I know that they were there. Him and Gary Lottie were there that same year.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt terrible because I know Matt and Eric, they usually come down here and visit that Friday the 13th Part 6 camp.
Mm.
And I went and got some wood from the camp, and I meant to give it to them when I was up there. And they were like getting ready to go on this big panel and talk in front of a bunch of people. And I remember running up to Matt and I was like, "Hey, here's this wood." And he was like, "Okay, thanks, dude." I didn't even put two and two together that he was about to get on stage and start speaking. So I felt terrible after that. I was like, "Fuck!" That was like I didn't read the room at all. I should have waited.
Let me distract you.
Yeah. Yeah, like him and Eric were like down a side hallway, kind of prepping, talking to each other, getting ready and stuff. And I just like got right up in his face. It's like, "Oh yeah, by the way,
Here's some wood." Thanks.
Which is cool though, because I got some of the elevator wood out of that.
Elevator
Neat.
wood.
Even trade. That was pretty cool.
Wood for wood.
Wood for
Even
wood.
trade. There you go.
Lots of mats given wood that year.
Oh, there's another butt shot.
Oh, yeah. He looked like he was wearing a diaper.
Well, if you're
Big
gonna
old
fall off a
movie.
bike, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
big
fall
old
off a bike,
fat
I wear
booty.
it too. Good night, John.
Yeah, big old dookie booty.
Good night, man. Be careful on your trip. Heading to Jersey tomorrow.
See you, John.
Doesn't he live in Jersey?
No, he's Massapequa, I think, New York.
New
Oh.
York.
Correct, John? He lives like right down the road from Grande, actually, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Ken's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's where the shit has officially hit the fan. I love that figure though of the blackbird. You know, you see the flashes of the blackbird at the beginning of the movie, and you know that it's kind of foreshadowing of what's coming, and then
They made
this
a whole. Oh, I'm sorry. I
Were you-
didn't mean to cut you off.
No. It's okay. It was just the how the character represents that blackbird and how he follows him all the way to the end, all the way up to his death. I just think that's so.
Yeah.
It's just really cool imagery.
But
Very poetic.
They
I think that's one of the
created a
things I
whole-
love about this movie is how poetic it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah, they created a whole like big raven suit actually that they were going to use to film for the bird flapping and everything, and I guess it was so hideous that they couldn't really use it except for like one shot at the end where they see like the bird's mask, like or the beak or the mask, that the mask part of the costume they were able to use for one shot, but I guess it just turned out so bad that they couldn't use it.
I wonder who was in that bird costume.
Let me show you. Right, that red guy keeps showing up.
I know, right?
He does. He's so
I fucking
pumped,
love
dude.
that
He's
guy.
like, he's the whole time. He's like, "Fuck yeah!"
George is like, okay, listen, just everybody cheer. And that guy's like, oh yeah. I'm gonna cheer, all right.
Like a push a button and he's going. Yeah.
I love
I like
the
that guy
the bro dudes, the big beard
Yeah.
bro dudes.
Oh, this is such a great scene.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I love
With
this.
what a great shot with the blood running down the sword.
Yeah, and that was a total accident too, from what I
Wow,
remember
that's
hearing.
cool.
It just happened that way.
It's my favorite shot in the whole movie, I think.
That was a beautiful chess piece too.
There it is. Ooh, Steven, I have Sharky's Machine on DVD in my collection.
Yeah, I remember
What is-
Sharky's Machine.
Sharky's Machine.
I saw it on the drive-in when I was a kid, I think.
Oh, one of Dara Robinson's greatest stunts, but Burt Reynolds' most underrated film, Sharky's Machine. I've never seen that.
Stick
You never
had
seen
the best
Sharky's
stunts
Machine?
in it.
I've never seen Sharky's Machine. no.
Wow.
You got to see Stick because Dara Robinson plays this albino character in it, and that's when he jumps off the building, recreates the CN Tower stunt.
CN Tower.
It's the shot where he's shooting as he's falling. Ah! It's an epic shot.
Huh.
Now it'll all be done on computers, but it was a real deal.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I just don't like about just action movies in general. Now, I used to love action movies, but the whole the thrill of an action is the stunt work. Like in this, like you see, like these
Right.
people are actually.
I love
Now
that.
now I watch an action movie and it's like you can just see like everything's not really happening and it's just
Right.
like, okay, what's the point? Like I
It's
want
like
to see
Buster
shit
Keaton. It was
actually
real
blow
danger
up.
back
You know?
then, right? When Buster Keaton walks and the building
Yeah.
falls on him, that was real shit. So
Yeah.
It was funny.
Jackie
What were we
Chan.
watching?
Yeah.
Me and Everly were watching something the other night, and then as it went off, a Buster Keaton movie. I can't remember which one it was. It's the one with the train where he does the train.
The General.
The General. Yes, yes. The General comes on. We're watching it just kind of in the background because it's just playing. You know, it came on. We were watching something on Amazon or whatever, and it's just playing. As we're watching it, like I'm just kind of like, wow, this is actually like really entertaining and kind of brilliantly done. There's like that whole sequence there with the train that's just kind of just amazing. And it's so simple, but it's the simple stuff that, like, these, guys flying off the bikes or the flipping over on the bikes and shit. It's like...
Yeah. Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd, all those guys did crazy stuff back then.
Grant, you've never seen Knightriders, man? You gotta get with
What?
it. It's not a horror film, but it's a good film.
It's awesome.
Very good.
Because that's what took me so long to finally watch it, because it wasn't a horror film, and I was just like, I don't give a shit. But
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
No. I was just gonna say it reminds me of that meme that Brandon Salisbury made a long time ago, where it's like it's the dude from Civil War. Yeah. Where he's like, I'm a Romero fan. What kind of Romero fan are you?
Well, that's the great thing about George is even if you're just a diehard horror fan, there's something in his movies. If you like movies and you like good writing and character work, you got to like pretty much all of his movies, or you're crazy, right?
Right. Well, there's a few.
I mean, yeah, there's some obviously I don't like. Yeah.
I think you and I align on Bruiser, right?
Yeah,
don't even get me.
Get him, Michelle. Get him.
That's right.
Look, we're not.
I love Bruiser.
We won't go down the path tonight. But.
I like aspects of Bruiser. I like some of the people who are in it, but I don't think the
I didn't like it the first time I saw it. I really didn't like it the first time I saw it.
You said you like people in it. Do you like Peter Stormare?
I fucking love Peter Stormare in that movie. It's my favorite performance.
That dude's such a tool bag.
I love it. Yeah. That's what I love about it.
That's the point. That's the character.
I love it.
I know.
But I was just going to say, I think one of the things that I've heard different people that aren't the biggest fans of Knightriders that have seen it, that are Romero fans, but one of the main complaints is that the movie's a little too long, that they could have cut it down a little bit. And I agree with that in certain aspects. Like, there's some things that I could see they could trim them up a little bit, maybe make it a little more like some of the like one in particular is the scene at the beginning where Brother Blue, and he's stitching him up and he tells the story and all that. Like, I can see how a lot of people can kind of wander off, mentally while that scene's kind of going on.
Yeah.
Now watch when Morgan gets out of the pool, his hair's going to be dry. That's one of the goofs that I posted to IMDb.
Well,
But yeah, his hair's all wet.
Yeah. Jeannie.
She even goes by Jeannie in the movie. That's funny.
I think I've got the...
And look.
Let's see. Yeah, check that out.
Oh,
yeah.
Talking about Jeannie. There's Jeannie and George there.
Oh, I love that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got,
cool?
Got that one over there on the wall, too.
Yeah.
But I mean, people complain about this movie being long or slow, but that's, the modern audience is short attention span, right? They want...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
this is a drama. This has slower scenes. It's character building.
Yeah.
I
actually got my kid to sit down and watch it with me. I want to say it was last year or the year before. And that was his only gripe about it, was that it was too long. He actually enjoyed it. Yeah. But,
I mean, a modern fan would probably hate The Shining because it's too long and drawn out. But The Shining's incredible.
But at the same time, it's like I feel like most movies now that I go see in the theater are for hell and ever long. I don't know. To me, they're too long. A lot of these movies
are over 2 hours.
Sometimes
it was like right at 2 hours, but that's one that I felt the way that it was. Yeah, the way it was told though, it kind of kept my interest. But a lot of the times, it's like.
Well, an action movie formula is usually 90 minutes, right? That's the standard.
Or boobs.
So it's...
Boobs. Yeah, I don't know. I can see how people could say it's a little too long, but for me, like this would make a great like mini series or television series or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you could totally flesh this out and keep going with it, you know? Because there's, like I said, there's so many interesting characters, so many side stories that you can, that you can flesh out.
Well, it's
Especially
surprising to
with
me that
traveling around the country.
Yeah.
But it's surprising to me that this didn't do as well as it did around this time, because this was like around like Mad Max and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like motorcycles and like dusty motorcycle films and shit like that. You know.
But again, I think probably most people had the same reaction that you did when you first saw it. It's like fucking knights on motorcycles. Like, what is this? Like, why would that? It's probably confusing to some people. Like, I don't even know what this movie is. Like,
here's my Alfa Romero plug right here for the Alfa Romero story.
There you go.
Yep.
If you want to wear half naked Tom Savini on your chest, shop that Alfa Romero store.
Here's the link.
I already got it
right?
on my wall.
But
I got it on my wall. Why?
You got to get it on your chest. That's my.
I just had to do it while that was on. Keep going.
That's my pickup line.
And then I gotta have him sign the one on the wall and ask if he remembers me from when I was 5.
Probably not.
So you haven't had any interaction with Tom Savini since then, have you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I've been meaning to go to have him sign that.
You could probably meet him one day and then go back and ask him if he remembers meeting you the day before, and he'd probably say no. He'd probably just say, I don't know.
Right. I'll just be like, yeah, I was about this big, and you served with my dad. And then I just, tell him my dad.
That actually might.
Remembered that.
I don't know how much he wants to talk about Vietnam, but that actually might pique his interest, where he might actually be somewhat cordial to you if you met him.
Good.
As long as you don't ask him about Dawn of the Dead or something like that, I think you'd be all right.
No, I wouldn't. I just want him to sign the half-naked picture of himself. So, hey, I was like this tall when you last met me, and you served with my dad. We don't need, I couldn't even talk to him about it because my dad wouldn't talk about it. So,
did any of you guys get the Dawn of the Dead zombie yearbook that Bob put together?
I wanted to.
Well, so they have pictures, and it's actually pretty cool. They have the picture of the actor when they were young, and then a picture of them and Dawn, and then a picture of them now. And the picture that he put of Dawn Rubenstein, I was like, okay, seriously, is this what he looks like? And they're like, no. Who did I ask? Marty. I said, Marty, are you is this really what he looks like? He's tattooed and he's like, no. I was like, what the fuck, Bob? Just do it's a joke or something? I'll send it to you guys later.
Wow.
I was like, is this what he looks like now?
Well, Donald actually did a convention not too long ago at Cinema Wasteland, I think, a few years ago.
He's on my top list to come now. I'd love to meet him.
Yeah, I don't know why that in particular. Him and Sarah Venable from Martin.
Oh, I love
did that same convention.
Wow, that'd have been a great one.
And Dawn.
I don't think either one of them done anything other than that. So I don't know what they did to get him there, but yeah, I guess they had a little Martin reunion. I guess
That'd be awesome.
Didn't Sarah move to Europe at one point?
Yeah, she lives in Guatemala or somewhere somewhere. Yeah, or, I don't know if it's Guatemala, but one of those places that's very remote and I can't remember where, but yeah, she's. Or no, maybe what is that country that Gornick loves and always talks about?
I don't know.
Anybody? He's a huge. I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, she's outside the country. I don't know what they did to bring her all the way, because I guess that was in Upper Ohio. I think is where they do Cinema Wasteland, in the Cleveland area, if I'm not mistaken.
I love hearing Donald Rubenstein talk about that scene with him and Ed there, and he you're talking about how Tom said George got upset at him. I think I remember hearing that George got upset at Donald Rubenstein in that scene because he was trying to act like Ed, where Ed always has to wait for the moment to hit him. You know what I mean? And he kept pausing in between scenes and stuff like that. And He said that he would do that, and it was taking way too fucking long. And George was getting really upset about it. And you can't do that, man. Like you gotta act, you gotta talk, you gotta go. You know.
Well, is this like the one and only like role that Donald ever did? That's the only
I think
one
so.
I know of.
I don't think I've ever seen him. Was he not somebody in Dawn? Did he not?
He was
like,
a-
I know
he
it
was
was.
a
He was a
zombie.
zombie in Dawn.
He was a zombie that bit Roger, right, on the leg. Am I wrong?
No, he's the one.
He's there in that.
He's in that scene.
But it was what's his face?
He's not the one that had the chunk of Roger's.
No,
skin?
no, that
Flesh?
was the fuck was that guy's name?
Oh shit! I'm about to piss off a whole bunch of pedantic Dawn of the Dead fans. Forget I said anything. Never mind. This was the only movie he was ever in.
Look, we have W.C. Fields. Now we have The Godfather.
Yeah.
Marlon Brando. I love his Marlon Brando impression in this. It's so good.
Anti chicken.
Anti chicken.
That's a Mondrian shirt.
My girl wants to party all the time.
I love how he totally shafts Julie in this. He's just like, all right, time to take this heifer home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just takes a look at her. She's
He's
like,
just-
Alan. And he's like,
just-
Well, is it
he's laughing about it. Yeah.
Isn't that the story though? It's like she's young, he's a little older, and he wants, he realized the fun is kind of over. It's like, all right, this was kind of a fun little fling, but honey, it's time to take you back home.
Yeah, this house has a wheelchair ramp in front of it now.
Yeah.
When I drove by it,
Oh, cool. I know
you
that.
can see it on my video.
Yeah, the teddy bear she's holding in this scene that she punches, that was Tasso's teddy bear.
Oh,
They were
really?
dating, right? They were
they were
together
dating, yeah.
during this.
Mm.
Yeah.
Why would Tasso have a teddy bear?
I mean, I have a
That's a
teddy
good
bear.
question.
I had a teddy bear when I was a kid. Come on.
Yeah, but when I was a kid,
Right.
Well, if it's his
Like
favorite
grown-ass
thing
man.
from being a kid, it's,
yeah, I guess so. I still have my teddy bear that I had when I was real little. So.
Yeah,
fell apart eventually,
You still
so.
have your teddy bear. You
It's my
always keep
daughter's
your
now,
teddy
but
bear. Yeah. Or in my case, I had a stuffed raccoon, and now I have. My daughter took mine, and now we have 16 of them because she ordered some off of eBay.
oh, they're gonna say they reproduced. I was like, are you sure it was a
No.
stuffed raccoon?
So
Yeah,
the
she
film
was
location
naughty.
map I was using had this house listed as the sheriff's house and her house. So if you notice the sheriff scene when they go to the house, they don't show the outside at all. They just show the front porch a little bit.
Mm.
But it's the same house used for both locations.
Oh, really? I
That's
didn't know
cool.
that.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, is this the Ramada Inn that they were staying at where they filmed this scene?
Oh yeah,
I
I
don't
do
know.
love that scene.
they had so much
I
fun.
would've-
I heard they had so much fun with this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
It
always
was just
heard
the strip
that
they
this-
trashed the room too.
Probably.
A little bit,
Like,
yeah.
Those two girls just traumatized on the bed, just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
I love Tom's reaction. He's just like, what do
Stunned.
I
They're
do?
just
What is
Yeah.
this?
sitting with a daisy.
But that's why I love his character so much, is because he can see the error of his ways. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
like, we talk about humanity in film, but like so much humanity in that character. He recognizes that he's made a huge mistake, and he's still a man enough and has heart enough to apologize and go back. You know what I mean? He's not he's not a complete asshole like you think he is.
He's a redeemable asshole.
He's redeemable, right? You got it.
Oh, this music.
I love the da-da-da-da-da. I love that
Oh,
shit.
me too.
Just that guitar. Jong, 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 jong.
My other favorite's it's the blood going down the sword, but it's also when the last bikes come over like that they just
Uh-huh.
start. I
Mhm.
love
Right.
that.
That had to be so difficult to ride with, though. Those big black and white
Yeah.
shields in the front.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Well, this
That
is
had
like
to be
these
so-
outfits and stuff remind me of Guar a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah.
The motorcycles and the outfits.
Very
It was
futuristic.
like pool noodles on the front.
It
Yeah,
does.
They probably are.
Yeah.
It's just- But this is another example of these hybrid music where it's like classical, it's got some
Yeah.
guitar, got some like the vocal stuff and all.
I mean, just such beautiful scenes.
It really is.
Like, and just to even like coordinate that with all those bikes, and
I love that.
I want to say I remember hearing that Randy Kovitz have something to do with the soundtrack too? I know he worked musically in some way with Donald Rubinstein.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We go.
Self-flagellation.
Oh, we got an
There we
asterisk.
go.
Got a little
Got a
bit there.
spectator.
Yeah. That dude's just watching. It's like, dude, are you done yet?
Look
He's
at
like,
that.
I ain't doing that. What are you, crazy?
You can really see that shoulder hair.
Oh yeah.
It's a great scene too when he realizes they've all come back and just
Yeah,
kind of
very-
starts to tear up and
Very emotional. Alan is like, "Oh, my king," and he's like, "Ah, fuck it, I can't talk like that." He starts talking, and I love the scene.
Randy's
Yeah,
making
that's
a gun show.
Yeah.
and it's a good thing. I mean, I'm glad this movie got made. Before they settled on making this, George was going to do a film called Shooby Dooby Moon, which was written by Rudy Ritchie, which is like an alien 50s comedy type of thing. I'm curious what that would have been like, but I'm glad that this got made because he was coming off of, Dawn of the Dead, and he pretty much had carte blanche to do what movie he wanted to do. And you could definitely tell this came straight from George's soul at this point. Like, this was George's
yeah.
story, It's almost autobiographical in a way.
And I'm glad he got to do it first because this is the first film in that 3-picture deal with Sala.
Yeah.
With UFDC, and I know that this was like his most personal film, and I'm glad that he got the opportunity to make that vision first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wonder, we talked about this before. I wonder if he would have made Day first, if he would have kept that original budget. I wonder what it would have turned. I wonder how all this would have turned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if he had done Day first, I don't know if we would have gotten Knightriders.
Probably not.
yeah,
Especially if Day's fate was what it was, which I don't know, maybe it would have been something completely different if you'd have done Day of the Dead in the early 80s instead of the mid 80s.
Yeah.
Also, I would venture to guess that Day needed the extra time for the effects to get better and better and better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So
yeah.
technology changed a lot.
But this film was kind of like his kind of mulligan, where it was like, hey, it may make money, it may not, but hey, I get to make
It's
the movie I
freebie.
want to make. And after
Yeah.
that, we'll do the Stephen King, we'll make the big studio
Creep show.
movie, and then we'll give them the zombie movie, and they'll make their money back. But they're letting me do my thing here, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I just know that was sort of part of the whole deal with having to rewrite the script and filming the version that got filmed was that Knightriders didn't produce. It didn't have it kind of flopped. I know Creepshow did fairly well.
That's the funny thing about Creepshow. Creepshow could have done way better than it actually did. Because, it opened #1 at the box office, and then they immediately just, pulled all the advertising for it. We're just like, all right, that's it.
I remember my brother took me to Creepshow with his friends, and it was popular. The theaters were full, and it was, everyone's talking about it. I'm surprised it didn't do as well as it looked like it was doing.
Yeah, I don't know. They just kind of hit the brakes on that. They never understood why. Rick says, not to get off topic, I'm sure most of you hear of the 60s show Beverly Hillbillies, the actor who plays the son, the tall, dark-haired, zany Don, always getting into trouble. I don't know. Any Beverly
Jethro?
Hillbillies fans in here?
Jethro?
Talking about Matt, yeah, Max. What's his name? Max something. The guy who played Jethro. Max Bayer.
What about him, Rick?
Yeah. What's the relation?
Yeah, is he in this or something? You know, we missed him. Tom Connolly, what's going on, brother? Says the soundtrack is amazing. I agree.
It is.
That's one of my favorite soundtracks I've purchased recently. Was getting that Scare Flare.
Yeah, I got that.
put
That
out.
Larry mentioned that. I found it for cheap. It was pretty good.
Which one, Mike? Which one do you have? Do you have the Brother Blue variant?
Yeah, the Brother Blue variant. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
think they only made. What did they make? Like a 50 of those or something like that. It was really.
I got
limited.
one of those, and it arrived, and it was all cracked.
Oh.
But he
Speaking of
replaced it
shit.
with his own. He replaced it with his own copy of it,
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
which was really cool of him. Really cool. So, but yeah,
This is
I was
the-
like, he said of all of them, that's the only one that arrived cracked. I said probably because they had to come to fucking Canada.
I think that's the fighter yield.
This is Fighter Yield, I think. The orange
Yeah.
and like the start. The
I always
sunburst or
just
whatever.
replace the jewel case when that happens.
No, the actual record was all cracked.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Holy
I
shit.
pulled it out of the sleeve, and it had like I had posted pictures on Facebook like when it happened. All these cracks. I was like,
Like somebody sat on it. Yeah.
I was
Jeez.
like, oh my god. So he was really
Awful.
cool about it though. And he replaced it right away with his own.
Yeah, I have
I
it
used
on
to keep that-
CD as well too.
You do?
Yeah, I have the CD
Oh,
as
that's
well.
awesome.
It came out some years before the vinyl did, but
I had my vinyl the cover signed by everybody. That's what I.
well, I love the little
23.
insert in there too that has like the flyer for everything that's going on. I looked at that for hell and ever. I was just like, this is so fucking cool. They did a great job on that. I'm
They did.
yeah.
Actually, I bought it and then I had to buy a record player. I'm like, I was like, well, shit, I better buy a record player. Now I
that's
bought
what
all the
I
other
did. That's what I did
albums,
for
but-
that Dawn of the Dead box set from Second Sight. As soon as that came out, I was like, oh, I got to get a region
get a
free Blu-ray
4K.
player now. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And a
I-
4K. I didn't have a 4K player at that point either.
Yeah, I bought that without having a 4K TV or a player. So
That's the exact reason that I bought a 4K was for that Dawn. That's cool. No, I remember hearing Donald Rubinstein saying something about maybe I'm mistaken. He and George put a cassette of the soundtrack out, like I guess around the time the film was released, because nobody would put it out or something like that. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, that sounds like there's a lot of independently released stuff out there that Donald put out on his own. I come across a lot of it on eBay sometimes, and I'm here recently.
Well,
I found there's a Bruiser A side and a B side for the score he was working on for Pollock, because him and Ed Harris are still like best friends to this day.
Yeah, they're like best friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
good friends.
So when Ed Harris was directing, because that Pollock movie, he got Donald to do the score for it.
So another parallel with Excalibur, the big scene with King Arthur and Morgan happens in a big foggy scene.
Well, you'll notice the fog actually changes between shots because it was filmed on a couple different days.
Yeah,
Just a
I want to say.
continuity thing.
Yeah, I know Mike Gornick, that was a gripe of Mike Gornick's, was that because of all the weather and all that shit, they kept filming back and pushing off and stuff like that, that there was like almost different seasons in between some of the shots because of how long they had to wait sometimes because of the weather. So it's like they were going between like spring into summer and stuff. So like
Yeah.
he was kind of frustrated with how like the backgrounds would work and how, the continuity aspect of that.
Tom's saying Martin is my number one favorite Donald Rubinstein score. Knightriders is number 2, and Bruiser is an absolutely underrated Donald Rubinstein score, along with being an underrated Romero film. Thank you very much, Tom.
So
I have the Bruiser
away.
CD. I got Bruiser
Yeah,
on CD.
of the Bruiser stuff, I think the score is
Bruiser.
one of my least favorite things.
Yeah.
I have
I-
that one.
I don't think the score is the problem in Bruiser. I think the way that it's used at certain points in some of the scenes, it's just kind of like, they could have used something else for that. But
It's like anything else. When someone makes great music, like in this and in Martin and stuff like that, and then you get that, I'm like, I don't know.
I still love my Bruiser.
me too, Michelle. I'm with you.
That's
know.
right, Mike.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. I know.
I know. I know it's not for everyone, but I love it.
Matt, you'll come around on it one day, man.
Dude, I know. I probably will. Listen, I keep meaning to watch it again. It's been so long. I know even John has said like, "Oh, your opinion doesn't count because it's been so long since you've seen it." But I had such a strong disliking for that film when I saw it. It stuck with me so much. I
really didn't like it the first time I watched it, and then I was like, well, and then I watched it. I'm like, well, okay, and then I watched it again. I'm like, oh, I kind of like it. Then I watched it again. I'm like, oh, actually, I kind of love it. And I'm like, I fucking love that movie.
I liked it when I first saw it because it was the first like new Romero film that I saw from the point of like discovering Romero. It was his new movie. I was like, oh my god, I got to see this. And
I saw it not that long ago for the first time.
I love because I was a fan. I think I had seen American Psycho first, and it kind of has that same vibe to it almost. The white collar thing about it. But the thing that got me, because I was super into the Misfits at the time, when I saw the Misfits pop up at the end of that movie, I was like, this movie fucking rules. Like, I'm all about it. Fuck it.
Yeah. See, that's my least favorite part of the movie. Is that whole party scene with the Misfits is really not well done at all. And the laser thing makes no sense. And
I tend to agree with you a little bit on that. I think Peter Stormare, I think Milo Stiles his death should have been more. Like when they blow the head off the dummy and the confetti shoots out, like they should have done that with Stormare. Had his head pop off and fucking blood shoot everywhere. Like that would be the perfect fucking ending. I don't know why they shot him in the dick and he just was up there. I don't know, but I guess that just wasn't. I don't know. That's how I would have ended it. I don't
just
feel
the
like
way it was edited, and it was weird. It's like made by a totally different director.
They were also probably like short on time too. A lot of the issue for that too. And there's a lot going on in that scene.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Friday the 13th video with who's that famous horror related metal guy?
Kirk Hammett?
No. Damn, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Real famous musician. He did the
Twisted
soundtrack.
Sister dude?
No, he did one of the Friday the 13th title songs. What the hell is his goddamn name?
Like
one of the original.
He always had the makeup going down his eyes.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah. Well, the whole Alice behind Cooper, the goofy Alice Cooper video kind of reminded me of that. The whole Bruiser Misfits thing. The way that was shot.
Yeah, I can get that.
I love that Alice Cooper video.
Me too. I love the cutaway shots of all these characters too, because they're reacting the way that the crowd is reacting because it means something to them. Like whereas like it's they're not putting on a show for anybody but themselves. Yeah. So like all the cutaway shots are the same as the guy doing you see the shot of like Brother Blue like doing the fucking go like.
And the music really builds the tension here. It's good stuff.
Oh, that's a good one.
Great stunt. And I think he actually got hurt on that, if I remember correctly. He got really fucked up on that. The stunt guy on that. There's me and my dad.
Okay. Beautiful cat.
Oh, thank you. You like my pussy? Yeah. You walked into that one, Andy.
Yes, I'll say it out loud. I like your hairy pussy. How's that?
Oh my god!
Head first, straight into that shit.
Low hanging fruit. There we go. We take it all here.
The other one's asleep on the couch. He's probably wondering why the hell it's 2:00 in the morning and we haven't gone to bed yet.
I will say
2:00 in the morning there.
Yes, it is late. When you guys start at 9, it's 11 here. I only have to do 2 CTs at 9:00 tomorrow morning, so it's all good.
I will say that this stream has had the most pussy in the history of any Alpha Romero stream.
Yes.
So
Lots of pussy.
Pussy and boobs.
Pizza tits.
It's a very X-rated.
I really want pizza now.
Right, stinky pussy, bloody pussy.
That's right. Just
All right, there, Cheech.
Smelly pussy. Now I'm just thinking back to that scene.
I can't remember anymore.
I love that movie.
One of my favorite lines in any movie ever it's the scene with Ken Foray and Sid Haig and Devil's Rejects, and they're hanging out, and then they're smoking weed and doing all that, and Ken Foray's like, "Man, this pimping shit ain't all it's cracked up to be," and Sid Haig's like, "What are you talking about, man? You got hot and cold pussy on tap." Like, so I use that line all the time. I was like, "Man, I got hot and cold pussy on tap." Yeah.
Oh, this. Did you know Tom Savini was attached to his hack with just Velcro?
Oh, really? I feel like I have heard that before.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right there where his foot's connected.
Yeah, he's connected only by Velcro.
Is that Savini doing that stunt?
Yes.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember hearing he had a whole separate contract, because I know he was an actor, and then he had a separate contract for like effects and stunts.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
stuff like
he
that.
prides himself on his stunt work.
Oh yeah. That's why I say, like, we've all had our interactions with Tom over the years, but like, if aliens landed on Earth, like, he would be like one of the most interesting people. Yeah, Will's just like, I'm avoiding
Except Will.
Yeah.
But he's like just one of those most interesting people on Earth. Like, he's just
really
a unique guy.
Yeah, that's a great stunt there.
So
Jesus.
much.
Oh yeah, these
Hits
are
the
all
ramp.
excellent stunts. I've made.
I think
peace
that was the
with
one
too.
that broke the guy's cod piece, didn't it? When he goes into the ramp.
Oh
think
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, plus Tom is getting older, and older people get grumpy, so I cut him some slack. It's just
and that's kind of what I was getting at, was that I've whatever interactions I've had or other people have had, the dude's a fucking genius, and you can't deny it. And
yeah,
he's a legend, and whatever fan interaction I've had, I'm sure the dude is fucking awesome in person. Like, if you get to know him as a human being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not over a table, not in a transactional situation where you're giving him money. Like, I'm sure that dude, like, I've seen interviews with him. I've heard other people that I'm friends with talk about how
that tour of the Grim Life Collective of his house, he's super nice during that, and shows him all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, but he also knows that he's about to be on YouTube in front of 1 million people.
I know, but I mean, just it's cool to see him be open and sharing stuff. He didn't have to be so open. He could have said, "Oh, I'll only show you this."
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, but I'm sure eventually
he can be kind of a turd.
Yeah, well, at the table, at the in that situation, but no, I'm sure the dude is fucking awesome when you get to know him, like to his friends and people that he's close with. I'm sure he's just a fantastic human being. That's what I've heard.
I talked to Daryl for like 45 minutes at LDW last year, and he had a lot of great stuff to say about him. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, even Eric Kent, I've heard him talk about how awesome how awesome Tom Savini is. He's an amazing human being, and you don't know people personally. All you know him is in that situation at the table where you're giving him money. So
yeah.
And everyone has a bad day. It could be in a bad mood for all kinds of reasons. So
you never know. Yeah. But I've made peace with it. I'm not going to get him to sign anything else. But if I'm ever at in a situation where it's like off record or like at a party or something like that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of Galen Ross is kind of cold, but I didn't care. She was like, "I don't do hugs, but I don't care."
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I talked to Savini at least twice in the hallway, maybe 3 times, and he's always been cool. So just got to find the right place, right time.
Yeah, and this to me is Savini's shining moment as an actor. Like, this is the moment that I was just like, wow, this movie's really like connecting with me. Like, when I first saw it, like, this was the moment that I was like, fucking love this movie, because Savini, just the way he breaks down here is just so genuine.
Well, that's what he said. He said that, when they got they didn't know they were filming this crowning scene that day. And I guess when they got to it, when Billy crowns him right here, he lost it. And then how emotional it was that day filming this scene.
Yeah.
And it shows that arc, that redemption arc for him too. And it's you love to see it. That's why this is such a good fucking movie. You know what I mean?
It's the guy that when you first see it and you kind of you're like, oh, he's the heel, like he's gonna be, the antagonist to Ed Harris's protagonist, but he comes full
He's the
circle.
Black Knight, yeah.
Yeah. Tom had an interesting comment here. I remember reading in Fangoria back in 1981 that Varese Saraband wanted to put out Knightriders on vinyl, but because it bombed, they didn't think horror soundtrack fans would purchase it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense, because I don't know how well the Scare Flare release did for them, but it is, like I said, it's that was always kind of the thing that plagued this movie, is that I don't feel like they really knew how to market it. Like, you could say George A. Romero's Knightriders, so people are automatically, especially coming off of Dawn of the Dead, you're thinking like, oh wow, it's his next. It would be like, I don't know what to compare it to now, but it would be, maybe Ari Aster coming off of Midsommar doing, something completely out of left field, which he did. Beau Was Afraid, but even that's kind of fucked up.
It'd be like Rob Zombie doing The Notebook.
Exactly. Yeah, it'd be like something completely out of left field. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that makes total sense. I could totally see that.
I would love to know which Fangoria that was. I would love to pick that up. I may have it. I don't know.
You said 81, so
yeah.
Yeah, this is right around the time where my dad would always turn it off and say, movie's over. Okay, go do something else, go to bed, do whatever.
I should go look. I have episode 1 to 200 of Fangoria, I think. So,
like the actual paper,
the actual magazines.
Do you really?
I was an old school fan. Yeah, I got it when I was in high school.
That's awesome, dude.
And bought the back issues. The Godzilla one, the number 1, was the crazy. It was like a $50 issue even back then.
Yeah,
but if you bought it as a set, it was much cheaper.
Mm-hmm. I've got the second. I've got number 2, the one with the prophecy on the cover and Phantasm.
Yep.
I've got that one, and then I started collecting a bunch after that. I think I started really like hardcore collecting in the 90s.
Yeah, neighborhood drugstore had it, so on the way home from school, I would just go pick up the latest issue.
Nice.
And geek out on it. Because I was reading all the Savini books back then, learning how to do makeup effects, and so I loved the magazine. It was great.
Yeah, Fangoria was a little after time. By the time I started finding Fangoria in like bookstores and stuff, it was, early 2000s, mid 2000s, and they would put out an issue like once every 3 months or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like $20 for, issue. And I was just like, I would just sit there in the bookstore and flip through it and read the
it was like Cinefantastique. That was a pretty expensive magazine.
Yeah.
Okay,
sorry.
kid, movie's over.
I was gonna say about Fangoria. My brother used to get it in high school, or I was in high school. He would have been older. And Gorezone, if you remember that one.
Gorezone, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gorezone.
Gorezone was so gory. I like that one.
It was the Hustler of horror magazines.
Sorry to interrupt you, Andy. What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say, you ever read the speaking of that stuff? You ever read the Chaz Ballin stuff, like Horror Holocaust and all that? Chaz Ballin was a crazy horror writer. He died early. Oh, there's the crow thing.
I saw
the
magazine. That I was talking about. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, so I.
No worries. Yeah.
A truck.
Oh yeah.
Another good magazine was Cinefex. Very expensive as well. Got into all kinds of details about how they made stuff, and it was really good.
Yeah, Tom. John Amplis has always been incredibly kind to fans. We need the outtakes of Whiteface from Knightriders. Yeah, I love John. Amplis is one of the best people you can meet at a convention.
Yeah, what a good dude.
He actually worked on a movie with a friend of mine. I just can't.
Really?
I don't talk to this guy anymore. But the last time I talked to him, he told me he was working on a film with him. I'd have to actually go look it up. I don't know what film it was. This was about 10 years ago.
So I drove by here before I went to the cemetery at night, and it was like a dentist's office or something. So no longer.
Did you do it? Did you walk out and throw your fist up in the air when you walked out the door?
Yeah.
Baba.
There's
There he is.
It's kind of like the Breakfast Club with the fist up, and
throw the fist in the air when you walk out. If you
That's where they stole it from. They were watching Knightriders, and they're like, hey, let's even do that. I like that that's the big finishing move. Is like, I'm just going to dump all this fucking ice cream on your head.
Sons of
And
Anarchy
then
stole
put it
the
in
end of
the
this
freezer.
movie, right? You guys ever see Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Years
The
ago.
climax stole the end of this
Ending.
movie, so.
Oh, Nick Mastandrea.
Yeah, and leaving behind the piece of his belt.
Yeah.
To pay for the damage.
I like
Yeah,
that
I
these
love this.
people. I like that these people have no idea the backstory of why he's beating the shit out of this police officer, but they're all just like,
yeah,
They're just
Great job.
lawless,
Fuck the police.
lawless people. Yeah.
it's like they're all like, is this a badass? Like some dude just came in from the medieval days and just beat the shit out of this police officer. Like, what a show! What a show! Love that shot too, of him against the tree,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the motorcycle in the background.
Well, it's like a Bard shot, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I love the most about this film, though, is that it was never like with Billy, his willingness to walk away at the end of this and ultimately die it was never about him. It was never about his own personal involvement in this. It was about the code. It was about the troop. It was about his friends and family. And he knew that it was okay for him to leave at the end because it was in good hands and it was going to continue the way that he wanted it to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
His ideals weren't going to die even if he did.
Right. Even if he did. Right.
It's because it's like everybody was lured away with the money and the big time, all that, and they still came back because they knew, there's only one king. I like that.
There's only one. Yeah.
And again, another thing that would never happen today. You couldn't walk into a school.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, can you imagine some fucking raggedy, muddy, bloody ass dude walking into a school and like leaving a weapon in a kid's hand and then walking out?
Well, the follow is this kid goes on a killing spree with that sword later. So
That's Knightriders 2 right there.
Knightriders 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. I like this hint. Yeah, dude, you stink. Give yourself a shower.
Yeah.
But when you see him hallucinating the horse and everything, the comparison, which is what the horse is wearing, that's what they call the dressage. Tasso used that for decades afterwards.
Oh, really? The one from the movie?
Horse. The one from the movie. I immediately recognized that. I got so excited. So you can imagine how horrifying seeing the ending for the first time right after that was for me.
You're like, Billy kept his integrity. He didn't sell out. Romero was the same way. That's right.
Yeah, and it was just that gut shot ending.
Yeah, right. I'm going to start that. I'm going to start a new magazine, The Hustler of Horror.
Hustler of Horror. Horror Hustler. Yeah.
No, I like Hustler of Horror better. Rolls off the tongue a little more easily.
Gettysburg, yeah.
But yeah, you can see the difference in it with the bike and he's being pulled on. This is where the scene where he punched the gas tank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
he
when
wasn't
he
getting that euphoric thing, he wasn't feeling it.
He couldn't find it. Yeah, he wasn't feeling it. He's trying to find that moment.
Which, funny enough, I mentioned Larry just visited some of these locations. That Gettysburg location with that cannon is still there. Like,
that's cool.
I was like, which I guess it's Gettysburg, so I guess they wouldn't move it, but whatever.
No.
But I would have thought, like, maybe over the years they would have moved it, but no, it's the same one, still there to this day.
Again, mixing some classical and avant-garde music. It's very interesting stuff.
Yeah. That was so...
beautiful. Yeah.
Love that.
And I just went through that roller. Every time I go through that roller coaster. Oh.
So Road Warrior basically stole that shot, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
And
was
then Sons of Anarchy years later. So.
And then this tick-infested fucking cemetery.
Yeah, my fucking god, man.
See, I was there at night when it was cold and rainy, no ticks. So.
Good call.
but I couldn't find the stupid headstone.
Well, do you know what the name on it is, or can you not see that?
No, it's the shape. You'll see John Amplis leaning against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a double cross.
Yeah, it was real distinct, and I couldn't find it, even with lights searching everywhere and stuff. So,
Well, you've got a picture with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, mine does. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
What you were looking all sad, like John Amplis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took us a minute to frame it right to the way they shot it. I was like, this is a little weird. I don't even know if this
it's up on a hill, right?
Yeah, it's a weird little angle, like this shot here with Amplis. Yeah.
Will, you have to go back there wearing tights.
Yeah.
Well, you were in your daddy shorts, so that's close enough. I mean, you were.
Who's your daddy? Come with it.
Marholt.
This is a beautiful ending with the music.
Oh yeah, so
every
beautiful.
character's there. Like,
I never
this
saw
scene actually made me more sad than the actual Morgan scene. So.
Mm-hmm.
It always makes me appreciate my dad, knowing that he kind of kept that truth from me for most of my childhood, so it wouldn't ruin a good movie. That was I don't know. One of the many things I loved about my dad was that he'd do little things like that. Spare me the pain of having to see. I guess it's a good thing I never tried to sneak watching it at night or ever watched it without him.
Yeah. You're like, what the hell? What is this?
Yeah. What the fuck, Dad?
Now this scene with Brother Blue coming up, that's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
The butterfly, yeah.
Love
so
that.
beautiful. And again with Savini. I mean, what an actor.
Yeah.
Looks like a wet dog there.
Yeah. I love that line in the song too. I've used that so many times. It's just kind of a mantra or something, but it's like, the line of, I'd rather die in a hurricane than to never know the storm. Like, I think, it's...
Oh, gee, now it wants me to watch Saving Private Ryan next.
Yeah, that's what mine says too.
Wow. All right. I wonder what the connection is there.
Talk about a different tone.
Right. Even.
So there it is. Knightriders.
My favorite movie.
Yay! Love that so much.
So good.
Maybe Alpha, maybe you know this. Why is it Tim DeLeo here and Anthony DeLeo in Day of the Dead?
That is a good question. I mean, I've heard it's so many different. I think his friends knew him as Tim. I think people that knew him as Tim. But I think his stage name was Anthony DeLeo.
Because Anthony would be Tony, not Tim.
Yeah, you would think, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So I've heard both ways, but it seems like
great
most
mysteries
people
out there.
were friends with him, knew him as Tim. Yeah. Liz Augenstein. I wonder. John went to bed. I was wanting to ask him about that. If Liz and Augie are still married. What's going on with her?
All the same John people. Sharon Ciccati is there.
Mm-hmm. Ed Fountain. What's her name? Barbara Anderson.
Barbara Anderson.
Jim. Who the hell is Jim Fang?
Who knows?
It's that brilliant. You guys know the story about Jim Fang? I think it was Knightriders. It was either Knightriders or Creepshow.
I did hear that one.
I think it was Knightriders when because the Knightriders was the first film that George worked on that had a pretty good sized crew and a lot of guys that George didn't know. And one of them, as the credits are rolling at the end of Knightriders, and at a screening, he looks over. I can't remember who he told it to, but he was like, "Look at all these people! Like, I don't even know who half of these people are that worked on this thing." And he's like, "Who the hell is Jim Fang?" And behind him, and sitting behind him is Jim Fang, and Jim's like, "Hey, that's me." And George is like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
That's funny.
I forgot about that story. That's hilarious.
That's great.
Who the hell is Jim Fang? That'd be me.
Yeah.
So yeah, there it is. Knightriders, 1981. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys give it?
God.
Oh,
Solid.
I'm biased. I'm so biased.
It really is. I mean, it really is something. It's completely different than most anything George ever did. But to me, it really is one of his better films. It really is like right up there in terms of the story, the acting, the stunt work. I mean, there's so much about it. But I just feel like a lot of people don't.
Beefy, get off your brother.
What?
Sorry.
What's going on over there?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've loved it from the moment I first saw it. It became one of my instant favorite Romero films. So
it's one of those transition movies too. It's an '80s movie with a '70s vibe. So
yeah. Tom's saying Knightriders was so ahead of its time in numerous ways. Come on, who knew about Ren Fair back then? That's right.
Yeah, there were only a couple back then.
Yeah, they're around.
I know California was going around. Bristol's been around for 50, 40, 45 years now. Something like that.
Yeah, California's had a bunch of local ones here that were really popular. I haven't been for years, but they are cool.
Same. I haven't been since 2017, I think, was...
Now, are there any out there that actually do the jousting on motorcycles? Or is that...
Not that I saw. They're always like, sword play and...
Yeah.
Horses, jousting on horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so difficult to do that on a motor. It is so.
A lot of it's like Shakespearean kind of plays being put on, and lots of mixed things happening.
Yeah.
And sometimes some pretty damn annoying people in character, but you got to put up with it. So
yeah, and then
that's my immediate thought of it when I think it was like, I'm gonna walk up to some guy and he's gonna be like, "Hello there, thou shalt not walk this way," or whatever. I'm just like, "Oh, Jesus."
They do, man. That's how they.
What is this magical device of which you carry? Is like a video camera. Right? Get out of here,
What world do you come from, sir? I feel like fucking Ash and Army of Darkness. You fucking primitive screwheads.
The fun thing though is they would do those kind of Shakespearean bits, and then they dump in a little bit of pop culture in there for modern folks, which is kind of fun. They're teasing that they're in the modern day, but still doing all the tropes and all that stuff.
Like Knightriders.
There you go.
Even more so Knightriders. So they're like calling out TV shows, and it was really weird. So,
thou have not seen Friends?
Yeah.
Like that. Where'd that come from? All right, guys. Well, that was fun.
That was really fun.
It was fun.
Enjoyed doing that.
That was fun.
Cyan, thank you very much for joining us. That was really
no
cool to hear
problem.
from you.
Anytime.
I just don't.
Like I said, I didn't have that much to add, but a little bit.
Yeah, good stories. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah.
What are some of y'all's takeaways from the film? Like, what are your feelings about Knightriders? I mean, I know we say it's such an awesome film, but what is it about it that speaks to you guys?
It's a family. It's a Dawn reunion.
Yeah. Like on my initial initial viewing, it's like it's a full it's a Dawn reunion. I mean it's a Romero reunion in general. So that was fun the first time I saw it. That I was just like, oh wow, all these people, But as I watch it more and more, it's like it's George's story. Like that's how George felt as an independent filmmaker. He had. Which you think, like, it wasn't too long after this film was made that kind of started happening. What happened to him when, Savini and his crew gets taken off and lured to Hollywood, quote unquote. And George at this time was trying so hard to keep it all together so he could keep making these movies the way that he wanted to make them locally in Pittsburgh with this crew of people that he loved to work with. But he knew that over time, it's like people are gonna go up. Nick Mastandry is gonna go off to Hollywood.
Bubo went off to Hollywood, right? So
yeah. So I mean, he, so I mean, as the most personal story that George, maybe the second most personal story George ever told was this one right here, Bruiser, which is why I love that one. But that was a completely different period of George's life where he was just like, "Fuck everybody."
Right.
I hate all of you. Fuck you.
Very angry. Yeah.
And this was more of George saying, like, I'm not trying to be a hero, I'm fighting the dragon. Like, he still felt like he was trying to stand on some moral ground, you know? And, I don't know. As a Romero fan, like, I just think, like, it's the ultimate, like I said, it's almost autobiographical in a way, almost.
Yeah.
Also, you're seeing on camera what it must have felt like on set on every one of his movies.
Right.
The interactions with people, it feels like you're an insider.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I mean, a lot of the shit that they shot, like the scene where Tom and Tasso are having the sword fight over the fire, you know, but that was actually going on behind the scenes of this movie as well, which is when Tom got hurt and George had to say, like, hey,
that's what speaks to me the most about it. You know, kind of what you're talking about, it being a personal film to George. It's such a poetic film and such a poetic story. And I think it's George's most sentimental film. And that's, and, you know, that I think that's what speaks to me the most is that, you know, George put so much of himself into all of his films, into all of his work. And there's something about living outside of the system and sticking it to the man and practicing a specific philosophy and kind of having this integrity and discipline to stick with it. And that's what speaks to me the most. And, you know, I'll even like Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead was such an angry film, and you could feel so much of George in that film. And that's what I love so much about Knightriders. It's, I mean, even if you take that aside, it's a fucking kick-ass movie. Who doesn't like fucking motorcycles and, and you know, swords and shit like that? And you know, going back to synth from earlier, you know, there's tits all over the place. And
and pizza.
But you know, I'm joking, but
Savini smoking weed. I mean, it's
No, I mean, he doesn't have a lot of nudity in his movies. That was important.
What is what do you say in the pool? Give me dope. Bring me dope. That's funny. But it's such a, you know, it speaks to George's integrity in that scene with Ed Harris, that fireside philosophy and that philosophy that his character believed in. George believed in that. You know what I mean? And you could just feel that in the film, and you know how everyone else believed in it and followed him, and you could see, you know, Mike Gornick and all these other people doing the same thing behind the scenes, you know, the same thing as Billy. And
well, it's like I heard somebody once, I can't remember who it was, but somebody in the chat one time referred to Knightriders as George clinging to his hippie dream, which is what it is. It's like that 60s dream of like, hey, we don't got to go anywhere, man. We can all just stay here and be buddies forever and do this together forever. And eventually, like, it didn't happen. A couple of movies later, like by the time Monkey Shines rolls around, it's like most everybody he was working with at this time had moved on to other things. Like Gornick was no longer working with them. Rubenstein was gone. Like that whole, it was all starting to fall apart by the time Day of the Dead rolled around.
Yeah, they don't have to be rich; they could be happy. But other people had these dreams of going somewhere else. So
yeah. But goddamn, what a beautiful story. And you know, I can understand people's argument about it being too long, and that like that was my son's only gripe about the film, was that it was too long. I'm just glad that he fucking sat through it with his old man and you know, but yeah,
Tom really have a good point. Don't forget the original rough cut of Knightriders is almost 4 hours long, according to the official Romero biography that was ever released. Yeah.
So perhaps your son came for the tits and stayed for the story.
That's why your son stuck around, because there was like, oh man, there's all kinds.
This
movie has a variety of tits.
Except for the pizza. Then he went, no.
So,
even that one, he was probably like
4 or 5.
That's the horror movie scene. Yeah.
So isn't there like 4 or 5 different? There's 4 or 5 of them, isn't there? Different.
Oh yeah, like I said, there's the wide variety of tits in this movie.
Yes.
Steven says, unfortunately, time destroys everything. Romero probably knew deep down that the good times couldn't last. Yeah, I think he probably, especially after Dawn came out and saw the success of that, and George chased that for the rest of his career. You know, he wanted, like he said, like, I would be totally happy just staying here. Give me $5 million to make a movie, and just stay out of my way, like, type of thing. So
wow, look at that kitty. That's a beautiful kitty there.
This is my gray pussy.
He's an old one.
Very nice.
Steven's saying pizza and boobies, two of my favorite things. Well, yep.
No, not in that scene.
He didn't say those particular ones.
I think it's just the cheese on the boobies that just makes it a little too. It's just I don't know.
It's just like drooling and sloppy and just it's just
Yeah.
I don't know. You slap
Anyway.
a hot pie on slap a
it's just
slap
it's
a hot
it's,
pie
it's a
on,
textural thing to me when I see like little cheese and like on tits. Like there's I don't know. There's a video
cheese,
where it's like
whipped cream.
I don't like cheese. Like I don't like melting cheese on any body part. Like if it was on a dick or anything, I'd just be like,
you're doing parallels with the Incredible Melting Man?
It's all gross.
It's all oozing and.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think of.
Burning the shit out you.
Tom says Knightriders is at the end of the day a film about family and sticking together, staying true to one's ideals. It's a wonderful movie.
That's what I was saying when Matt asked about what my takeaway is, the family aspect.
Yeah, more than that Fast and Furious shit. This is more about family. Right?
Yeah, right. This is the original Fast and Furious. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt, you got anything coming up on your channel anytime soon? At Drone of the Dead, you got anything? You working on anything? What are you doing?
I've got a couple things coming up. Nothing in the immediate future. But I'm probably gonna hit some like Stranger Things locations and shit like that. I may make it out to the Friday the 13th Part 6 camp and take the drone out there. I'm gonna see if Eric and Matt are coming down. I might go meet up with them and do that or something. But yeah, just that's the thing is it's not like a regular, you know what I mean? I'm not chasing subscribers. I'm not chasing a bunch of likes and shit. It's just a fun hobby and I'm enjoying.
Do it for you first. That's the important thing.
That's what I'm saying is I'm enjoying having somewhere to put it. And if people subscribe, they do. If they don't, I don't really give a shit. Like it if you don't. It's a lot of fun. And I'm seriously, like I'm enjoying doing it. And I love that you guys enjoy it. But that's really all that matters. So, once a month, once every other month, whenever they pop out, not a big deal. But probably some Stranger Things locations. I've been to all of them, but I'm probably going to take the drone out again and get some stuff. So probably the next week or two. But yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. There you go. At Drone of the Dead. Check it out. What about you, Synth? What are you working on? I know you mentioned something with Paul.
Well, I hope that it's going to be the tour that
I know. That was the first thing I was going to say.
You're sitting on a lot of footage, man.
I have hours I need to upload. I've been so busy and tired. I just haven't had time to do any of it.
Teasing,
No, you're right, though. I mean, keep lighting the fire under my ass. I need it. But
I'm good at that.
So, do it, bro.
Get those cats to scratch the shit out of me.
Listen, I really want to see what you got when we were on the roof, man. I'm still waiting.
Oh, that for sure. Yeah, I got a lot of, and I had two cameras going there. I had a little pocket DJI pocket gimbal cam, and I had the other camera. So so I have that to post. I haven't. I've been so busy. I haven't done any music projects. The Hardware Jams weekly thing. I haven't done any of those for weeks. It's just that's how bad it is.
I know. So I haven't seen you been posting any of those lately.
I know. I did one or two like studio live things just to get back in the swing of things. I did the M Audio Venom synth demo real quick just to show people what that was like because a lot of people don't know about it. Yeah, it's a love-hate thing with those. I think it's cool. A lot of people hated it because it's very aggressive sounding. But it's cool. So there's that. And I will do the Paul thing. He sent me the file. I'm going to edit it together and post that at some point once he thinks I did a good mix with it. And then I'm also kind of busy. I'm getting ready to go to China for about a week. So
wow,
just out of the blue. So I'll be lots of footage there.
Wow.
As long as they don't arrest me. So
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't like North Korea, so I think you might be all right.
I don't know about filming locations in China, but I'm gonna try. But that's money's another thing. So there's enough time, I hope, to deal with that. But I got some major car repairs just came up. All this driving, I got to replace all my tires. I got to do a complete brake job. So that's several $1,000s there. So as long as no more of that stuff happens, I don't have any medical issues or whatever, then should be easy to go. Because I really want to see some of the people going there. That's pretty awesome. What's coming up?
Yeah. God damn it, dude! I'm so fucking pissed.
Yeah, no. When I saw Ian McCullough come on, I was like, "Oh, Matt's gonna be so pissed."
Yeah, I want him to say Matul. Can you say Matul? And I go ding at that stinger, ding.
Hey, I'm happy to see Stacy Q, man. I'm a huge
Oh yeah,
two of hearts.
yeah, she's very
two
cute. Yeah.
hearts that beat as one.
That's
That's my
one.
jam, man. That's my jam. But yeah, check out Synth Addict at Synth Addict on YouTube.
Thank you.
Will,
Always
Will,
good.
what are
Always
you
fun.
up to, man? You doing anything cool?
No, not at all.
Have you bought anything cool lately on eBay? I know you were looking at that Dawn poster. Did you end up getting that?
No, I'm still kind of on the fence about it. I don't know. The only thing that I'm currently working on is I am replacing those cheap poster frames with actual real frames. So
I need to do
that
that
is
with
my
a lot of my
current
stuff.
project. So that's what I'm working on. I'm getting this, fixing to move rooms. I'm gonna move this room to another room. So
Well, hell, you just got that one set up, man.
I know, but I have more room in the other room. So.
There you go. Michelle, have you got anything cool, or what are you doing?
I just work all the time, right?
Yeah.
I'm on day what is this now? 6 of 17? I don't know.
6
anymore.
of 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least I didn't get called in during this. That's all I gotta say.
I know. Look at that. We
Yeah.
went through
I didn't want to
Good
jinx
luck.
it. I didn't get
Now
any
you're
calls
loaded.
after
You
4
can buy all
o'clock.
this cool stuff, right? So-
Right? That's a, don't worry. I already have calls lined up for tomorrow, so I'll be making some money.
Well, cool.
Buy
Cyan,
anything now.
Cyan, do you want to promote any of your books, or are you just like, what do you go up to?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not gonna promote any of my books. Part of that is like if you guys want a copy of one of my books, like I'll leave an email for you. Then I can email you a PDF of them if you really want them. But my publishing contract changed, and I went from making $3 a book to 13 cents. So
shit.
at this point, I'm gonna be pulling them from distribution, and that way, I'm just gonna like keep a stock of like 5 of them for. You're not missing anything. Like you're not missing anything. I have a fan fiction
come
page
on.
where you can read for free.
Don't
Like,
be
no,
so
trust me.
self-deprecating.
I know. What a way to promote
my
it. It's like,
fan
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like it.
My
This shit
fan-
sucks.
My fan fiction is far more popular than my books. I'm just gonna say that.
What kind of
Like,
fan
far
fiction
more
is
popular.
it?
Like I've gotten fan. Oh my god. I write the stuff I'm most well known for is actually a pornographic Yu-Gi-Oh story about Kaiba and his
wow.
dragon wife.
Oh. All right. PDF.
So-
Let's do it.
So that's what and then I did write a vanilla story, and that one was fairly popular too. So like I'm most well known for Yu-Gi-Oh porn.
Okay.
Are you?
Right
wait a
on.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Are you saying Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
the card thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, as in the like original TV show. So
All right.
I would rather you read that than my books, because at least people seem to like
Do you have any
that.
pornographic action figures to go with it? So that
I wish. I do, however, have pornographic fan art that I've received, and it is
Oh.
wonderful.
I'll bet.
So
Cool.
All right.
So you want me to be a model? Is that what you're asking?
Does Yu-Gi-Oh cross over into tentacle porn? Is that one of those things? Is it
no, I
Okay.
did not do. I did not go that
the
route.
hentai
You haven't
stuff?
done any
I-
tentacle porn?
where
Yeah.
the dildo looks like a tentacle or whatever.
It's like hentai. Yeah, the
That's
hentai.
hentai. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
What
hentai.
the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
is up
hentai.
with
Yeah,
that?
no.
Like, come on, like, God.
Come on, Legend of the Overfiend is a classic.
Ah,
you haven't
come
seen
on,
that? You
dude,
gotta
don't-
check that
What's in this
out.
world?
Listen,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
start
love
kink
Blue
shaming
Girl.
people.
Yeah.
Matt's a
Hey.
big hentai guy. Leave him alone.
I'm not a hentai dude.
Kink
but
shaming.
I don't think anybody in this room is in any place to kink shame anybody.
No.
Nope.
Just-
Absolutely
Hey.
not.
Hey, kink shaming is my kink, so stop kink shaming my kink shaming. kink.
Oh shit. Okay.
Love it.
It's just kind of
Like-
Well, all right.
Well, you do like
well,
self-deprecation, so I see.
Yeah, we would notice that.
Like those dudes that like to
Like
get their nuts stomped on
humiliation.
in high heels and shit.
Yeah. As a-
I used to do that for a living, actually.
I knew it. I knew it.
I had that vibe.
We're circling the drain. We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh porn and shit. We're heading in that direction. I know.
I would say Stern had a guy at a convention doing that, covering that. It was pretty wild. So,
So I have a feeling you're already reading my fanfics and you just figured out who I was. If you were able to put those two together.
I'm good at reading people. I put 2 and 2 together pretty early.
I got a nice dominatrix vibe from you, Cyan.
Yeah, and I didn't even show the bondage wall.
We can save that for next time. Save for now. I don't. What is Michelle doing?
Oh no, I just turned my TV off.
She's adjusting her bondage wall right now.
I heard bondage wall, and you were just like, "Hold on,
bondage. Hold on, I'll be right back."
By the way,
let me get my shit. Hold on, let me get my stuff out of here.
It's got the cat of nine tails, literally.
All right, Alpha Romero after
I got
dark.
A red
everybody.
one, a purple one, and a black one.
No, Michelle has a whip where she's. I believe
I discussed this whip the other day.
Well, Savini was really good with the bullwhip, so you know.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've circled all the way down, but
back to Savini though. It's on topic.
Brought it all the way back.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got coming up. I think next weekend I'll probably take a weekend off. I have fantasy football draft next weekend, so I got a lot to plan for and prepare for. I'm also considering completely redoing my room, so I might be doing that starting tomorrow. Rearranging some shit, so I might be in a different location next time you see me. But unless something pops off and there's like some breaking news or something happens in between, then I'll probably I'll hop on for that. But I don't have anything planned for next weekend. I'm a busy weekend, so but I'll be back after that. I got some stuff coming down the pike. Some people that I'm trying to get on, so it should be pretty cool. I got some cool ideas coming up, and then of course, Living Dead weekend is just a couple of months away, and probably all of October will probably be. I'll probably have a few more fan commentaries for Fulci's Zombie, Return of the Living Dead, some stuff associated with Living Dead weekend. We'll probably do some stuff like that. So,
Nice.
but yeah, Michelle, Matt, Cyan, Synth, Andy, Will.
If I can get my eSIM to work, we'll look for live streams from China. We'll see if it works.
All the pussy in the house. I say goodbye.
Yeah, that's my little baby. My little baby Murphy just came to say hi. So.
Cute. Hi, Murphy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a little baby.
Good seeing everybody in the chat.
All right.
As always.
Have a good night, everyone.
You guys have a great night.
Yeah.
Great rest of the week.
Bye.
Stay safe. Stay prepared.
Yeah.
And always
wrap it up before you snap it up.
Stay scared. There you go. Bye, everybody.